Football is back, ladies and gentlemen, which now means it's time to get your team's football shirt. But I'm not trying to pay £120 for a football shirt. I'm just saying. But I have found the solution for myself and for you, the lovely audience of the Don Husam channel, with your own coupon promo code. And this is the solution, ladies and gentlemen. All you've got to do is just go to okjersey.com. As you guys can see, all the options are there. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan, you guys already know. And then this is the shirt. Look how amazing it looks. I'm just going to go pick my size. And then after that, I'm going to choose the Premier League patch. And listen, I'm too old to be putting any player names on the back, so I'm just going to get it as it is. I'm going to click add to cart, view cart. And this is the same thing that you guys do on any website. You proceed to checkout, you fill in all your information. And then after that, coupon code Husam. When you click this coupon code, you get a 8% discount. Enjoy shopping, guys. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. It's your Monday afternoon stream. Tom probably just witnessed the funniest interaction of all time. Guys, my father is slot out. I just went to speak to my dad before I went live and he's like, you know, why haven't they sacked Slot yet? He's like, you can see the 3 goals at home and everyone is blaming Mo. I watched the game. Mo wasn't at fault. I swear, my dad's a legend, man. Maybe we should get my dad, put him here. My dad's Slot out. He's completely done. He's like, he won the league last season with Klopp's team. Wallah, he told me that. He won it with Klopp's team. I swear, he just told me this, man. My dad is Slot out now. I think now, if my dad is slot out, you get me. Khalas, it's done. Anyway, how are you? Your dad's slot out too. Great. Even the dads have turned. And speaking of dads, you know, the biggest fraud, aka the oldest man in the stream, the dad of the stream is here. How are you doing, Mr. Sanderson?
I'm not even that old. Not too bad, man. How you guys doing?
I'm good. You're not even that old. That's a lie, you know it. Stop lying to the audience. Stop. You can have grandkids. Big up my dad, man. Big up. I can't believe he's actually slot out. He's like, why haven't they sacked him? My dad's never this passionate about like the manager or anything, but he basically said that. So yeah, and he was defending Mo. Like, though I'll defend him publicly, Dad. Big up to Akio, who says Arnie Slot. Get the fuck out of my club. But we're listen, I don't think we're the type of club to sing that. We didn't sing that to even Hodgson, by the way.
No, we just sang Hodgson for England.
Hodgson for I don't we didn't sing it like. Listen, whether people like it or not, Liverpool is a different type of football club.
No, we sang Hodgson for England to get him out. And it actually worked and he got the England job.
He was actually not even that bad for England. After that, Southgate came in. Hey, that's what it is. Big up to you, Akia. Guys, there's already 400 people in here. I know. Habibi, there's a guy called LFC Cop. You won the giveaway 2 days ago, ya hayawan. If you don't reply from now till the end of the stream, we're doing giveaway, giving to someone else. Ma khalas, yani, 3 days, I'm telling you, you won, and you're not here.
Is he in the chat?
He's usually here. LFC Cop, Habibi. You're the winner.
Give him to the end of the day, I'd say. Just in case he's not available to watch the stream.
At the end of the day, I've given him 3 days, not one.
Yeah, cool.
3 days. 3 days he had. He got me. Look, Qatar ready for the giveaway immediately. Okay, Jersey. Habibi, wait. Chill out. Did you know Edward cooked me on Saturday?
No? What? Because of Liverpool?
Oh, wallahi. Watch this, yeah? The sponsor... Our sponsor, okay, Jersey.
Nah.
No, watch this, yeah? I swear to God, I showed them in the chat. You think I'm joking? Watch how bad it is at Liverpool Football Club right now. I screenshotted the message that he sent me. Imagine I got cooked by who's sponsoring my channel.
No,
this is an all-time low for Liverpool Football Club. Yeah, watch this. What's wrong with Liverpool lately? They were 0-3 defeated by Nottingham Forest.
Well, I can't even. Some of the voice notes and stuff I've had, it's been dark over the last 48 hours.
It's been very dark. It's been very dark. How did I get cooked by OK Jars? I've got no idea. Anyway, check them out, guys. Use code Husam for 8% off. And yeah, let's get this therapy started. Talk to me, Tom. Forest game. What the hell?
I've had more enjoyable experiences watching Liverpool Football Club.
Hold on, you were at the game, Tom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dark.
That's
Hold on. What 2 games have you been to so far this season?
I've been to 4 games this season.
Go on, which 4?
Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace in the Cup, which barely counts.
Yeah, go on.
Aston Villa. And Nottingham Forest.
2-2 at the moment.
Yeah, but I don't count that Palace game because the manager didn't fucking count it. The manager didn't really count the game. He didn't count the game against fucking Forest the way he played it. Look, it was a bad one. It was a really bad one on Saturday. In the ground, it was really bad. I think a lot of people in the ground ran out of patience with him and ran out of patience with the way we're playing, which is never a good sign for the Liverpool manager. I think the players, again, it's annoying because for the first 8 minutes, I thought we were quite good. For the first 80 minutes, I thought we were the dominant side in the game.
You say first 8 minutes?
First 30.
Oh.
For the first 30 minutes, I thought we were the better team. I thought we were putting them under pressure. Thought we were winning our duels. And then the one moment where 5 players within 20 seconds of each other just start shaking out of tackles, passing responsibility onto others, and they get from the edge of their box to a corner because McAllister shaked a tackle, then Gravenberch shaked a tackle, then fucking Jones and Soboslai shake tackles, and then Canate boots it out of play needlessly when he can play it back to the keeper. All that together, mistake after mistake after mistake, we concede the goal, and then the mentality fucking goes. Where this team in the past has been lauded and praised for their mentality, they haven't got it at the minute. In the past, where Liverpool will go 1-0 down, and you're sitting there going, it's all right. They'll find a way back. They'll find a way back. We were doing that at the start of the season. We were going 1-0 down. They'll find a way back. They'll get a goal. They'll find a way. I can't say that now. Since Crystal Palace, anytime we go 1-0 down, I'm sitting there going, we're not winning this game. We're not finding the way back. And it's a very damning thing to say. I think that his style of play is now rubbing a lot of people the wrong way because you're Liverpool Football Club manager. You cannot be sitting there 2-0 down with 20 minutes to go and doing pass it round the edge of the box, wait for the gap to open up, which is never going to open up against a team that's 2-0 up, and just wanting you to waste time. We don't take the risks anymore. There's no risk taking. Jurgen Klopp said something. I think McAllister revealed it. Jurgen Klopp said something to the players after we drew with Luton. One time he said, my old team would have had the bollocks to go win that game. I feel like that with this team at the minute. This team doesn't have the bollocks to go win football matches. They just want to pass it sideways.
Did he say that to the players?
Yeah, after we drew 1-1 with Luton. I think he told it to the new signings, like his midfielders. He said, my midfielders would have had the bollocks to go and win that game. And I think that applies to this whole team because they would have took risks. They would have played the balls in behind, the balls into the channels. They would have tried the risky things. Right now, we're not doing any of that. Right now, we're waiting for the perfect opportunity to present itself, which is never going to happen. You have to take risks in football matches if you want to win, especially if you're the dominant team. And right now, it doesn't feel like we're doing that. And I think, like, at the game on Saturday, a lot of fans turned in that moment when they were watching it. And we're going, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? Where's the desire to win the football match? And the substitutions, they didn't go down well. There was a particular moment in the second half where we're sitting there watching. It was like a 2-minute period where you could predict every pass that was going to happen. It would go from Van Dijk to Gravenberch, then Gravenberch to Salah, then Salah to Gravenberch, then Gravenberch to Van Dijk, then Van Dijk to McAllister, then McAllister to Gakpo, and then Gakpo will try and beat his man. He can't beat his man, so we'll go back to McAllister, we'll go back to Van Dijk, we'll go back to Gravenberch. No one's taking risks, no movement, no one's trying to win the football match. And it's a damning realization. It's a horrible thing. It's a horrible thing. The big question is, am I slot out? And the answer to that is, I don't. If he was to go, I can't argue it. Where before this, if he went, I'd have been angry, and I would have argued it. If he was to go now, I can't sit there and go, that's not the correct move. I can't. I still back him because I like him as a bloke. He won me a league title last season. That goes a long way in making me like you. But I also understand that this is a really bad situation to be in after the money that you spent this summer. Yes. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, there is. I don't want to say it because I like him as a bloke, but if it's probably the way it might need to go, because there's not, unless he's willing to compromise on key footballing ideals, which I don't think he is, we're going to be stuck in the same situation. And yes, you know what? I will blame some of the players, but the manager's the one that it ultimately falls to. I don't think I'm wrong for sitting there and going, Ryan Gravenberch can't be shaking out of tackles as my DM. Well, you can enjoy that pussy answer, Akia. You can enjoy it.
To be honest, I'm as well.
Tackles.
There is similarity between me and Tom, because I'm not saying like the two words. I'm saying club statement instead of, because I just respect him because he won us a league title exactly like Tom. But my statement is more like club statement, if anything else.
And like genuine question: what is disrespectful about us or about saying the two words slot out? I'm not even trying to force you guys to say it. By the way, I'm being deadly serious now. I'm not doing
disrespectful about it.
Why do you find it disrespectful if you were to say it?
I'm not.
I don't know. I just don't want Arne Slot to be like in the caliber of like the Brendan Rodgers and like the
He's not in that caliber though. He won us a Premier League trophy.
Yeah, but like I just don't know. I just don't want him to be part of the like manager out club. So I just say club statement. But I want him gone. So it's the same concept anyway. So for me, I don't think it's anything disrespectful. It's just a personal thing for me. Like I just don't want.
No, that's absolutely fair. That's absolutely
fair. Like I just don't want. I don't want my memory of Liverpool. Like, oh, I was Rodgers out and I was Hodgson out. Oh, and by the way, I was Slot. Like I just don't want it to be that way. Like, so it's just really sad right now when it comes to this. Yeah, it is semantics. To be honest, there is nothing. But I'm saying club statement. So just get him out.
It's probably something we'll touch on later on the stream as well. But I also have a different stance on what we need to do about replacing the manager if it gets to that than what other people do. So that might factor in as to why I'm still.
We will speak about that when Matt gets here. I want us to speak first about the Forest game.
I'll be honest. I don't think I'm mentally where you guys are, because especially yourself, Husam. I know the last weekend was it for you. I've been there for a while now with him. So as much as I was annoyed at the Forest game, as much as I was annoyed at the Man City game, because my crash out was after Brentford. So that's when I was at my point of like, this is the lowest I can be now. Now I'm still low, but I have not dropped to being low. From the Brentford game, I was kind of here and I went here. Now I'm just here. I'm just maintaining my low level now. So I get your frustrations, but the reason I can't crash out now is because I've had my moment of crash out. Now it's just I'm just going through the motions now, unfortunately, because how you guys are feeling now is how I felt since the Brentford game. So I don't know. I don't think you can.
What do you think of the Forest game, Callum?
The Forest game was awful, Husam. And again, not to do the whole. There was remember when we did the predictions, guys? I said 1-1. Like, I didn't think we'd lose, but I genuinely didn't think we'd win either. But to lose like that, and let's have it rule as well, guys. I don't think there's an argument to say their goal shouldn't have been disallowed. That was disallowed, so that could have been 4-0. There's an argument to say that McAllister could have given away a penalty. There's an argument to say Gravenberch could have been sent off. Like, they ran the game. They dominated most of the game.
Gravenberch sent off. I haven't seen the game back, so I don't know what some of these.
The tackle on Sangare. Like, if
don't
Sangare made a meal of it, there's a chance he could have gone to VAR, and there's a chance he could have been sent off. It could have been a harsh sending off.
All of that happened the other end of the pitch where I was, so I
Okay,
didn't see them properly. So like I don't know what the McAllister one was.
So on Sangare as well, straight after the Gravenberch tackle, Sangare went into the box, and it was a bit of a clumsy come together. Pause, but like he got away with it, to be fair. But I'm gonna be real, guys. Like it was one of the worst performances I've seen at home. Probably the worst performance I've seen Liverpool play at home since West Ham back in 14-15. And I know we lost against Atalanta at home, but Atalanta were a really good team at that time. Just had players that I don't think people really were household names.
Are you on about 15-16? So I think we beat
15-16. Sorry, yes, 15-16. So apologies.
The Dejan Lovren game that I constantly have one of those.
Coutinho got sent off in that game, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
Yep.
Like, so we're talking about almost 10 years ago, guys. Like, it was awful. And I do agree with what you're saying, Tom. Some of the players were shirking out challenges and stuff. For their second goal, McAllister was piss poor in the challenge that he tried to make in the penalty area. He's piss poor the whole game, to be fair, but that in particular was piss poor. And it's a shambles. I'm looking at my team and it's unrecognizable from what Klopp had created. And that, I think that's probably what annoys me the most, the fact that it took Klopp such a long time to build up this team that made us a feared team in Europe again, a team that was constantly challenging for league titles, a team that's constantly trying to win trophies, to what we are now, which is just a shadow of what he created. And that Forest game, like, put this in perspective, guys. We all sat here and thought Sean Dyche would play a low block and try and hit us in the counter attack. Sean Dyche from minute one went toe-to-toe with Liverpool Football Club with Nottingham Forest, who started the game in 19th. He didn't even employ a low block system in the game. He went toe-to-toe with us. And then his substitutions were Hutchison, Hudson-Odoi. He then went for the jugular. He could have just chilled with the 2-0 and brought on more defensive reinforcements and gone to a back five and all that. And he thought, no, we can get more goals today. I smell blood. Sean Dyche was at Anfield and smelt blood and said, yeah, I'm going to throw in some more attackers and really get another goal. And he did. It is ridiculous. And this happened at Anfield. Anfield.
I think that's the most damning thing for the manager. You look at what Jurgen Klopp did at Anfield, and we had what was it? 4 seasons where we were unbeaten at home for the entire campaign.
Even when we were losing at home with Klopp, apart from the Atalanta game, we weren't getting thumped.
Mm-hmm.
And dare I say, even the Atalanta game, if we're remembering it, Núñez was through on goal and should have scored. And I think we had another chance before they won.
We had the bar in the second.
Yeah,
bar.
so like we had one McAllister chance on Saturday. That was it. Isak got 14 touches of the ball.
And they were all out fucking wide. They were all out wide.
Cody cutting in. Check this year. The substitute, we ended the game playing a 3-3-4 formation. I didn't start a 3-3-4 formation. The front four that ended the game was Chiesa, Ekitike, Gakpo, Salah. When Gakpo's got the ball, what does he want to do? Drift inside. When Salah's got the ball, what does he want to do? Drift inside. Say again?
He brought on Angamode as well. We ended in 3-2-5.
Oh my God, you're right. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. He had 5 attacks on the pitch, and Gakpo was just fucked. I don't get why. I'll be honest. I don't get why he took Isak off if that was the way he was going. If he was just going to chuck all those attackers on, keep your 2 strikers on the pitch, you're going to stay in the fucking middle. Because Gakpo, I don't get how the fuck he stayed on the pitch all game. He was shit. He was so shit. We are so predictable as a team. I do. But he was so shit, and we are so predictable. We did not attack through the middle once that game. Every attack for Liverpool had to go down the wing, had to go to a wing, and then a winger had to beat 4 men or put a cross in. And it was too predictable.
People are annoyed that, I just want to address something just real quick. First of all, look, were we wrong to back Arne Slot. Obviously, everyone knows we were on the whole Liverpool Civil War stream and everything, and we had that conversation and stuff like that. This is something that probably James Redmond is just never gonna live down. The fact that he called Slaughter's the enemy of the club. I get it. You guys took it to heart and stuff. I think he explained it. He explained what he meant. But my thing is the following. Look, you look at our current position. By the way, guys, just quickly, big up to the Football Terrace for the raid. I think people are saying Terry just raided. So big up to everyone just joined us from the Football Terrace, guys. This is the LFC Avengers show. Make sure, guys, check out Kopish, check out Tom Little, check out all the links that are in the description. Sanderson show for UFC stuff. You get me. You can go over there. You can go to the Matt One show and subscribe to Drifty TV as well. So go give all the boys a subscribe. All the links are in the description. And as you're walking in, please hit the like button, subscribe. You know, we're here for therapy, but we can't have 1,000 people in here, and we're not even at 200 likes yet. So let's just have some shame and have some decorum. So yeah, like and subscribe now, please. Anyway, the reason why I brought up this whole the conversations and the narratives and blah blah blah. I had a conversation with Jerry James behind the scenes, and I was like, "Look, Jerry. Big up Jerry." I had a conversation with him, and I'm like, "Look, what happened on Saturday was not just a normal thing. There's a reason why people on Saturday turned. I'll give you an example. You watch my watch along. Even at 2-0, I still had belief. Dumbass me. I still had belief that we have an opportunity to come back. I still had belief that, okay, we have a chance maybe of scoring a goal. Because you know what they say. In football, 2-0 is the most dangerous scoreline. Because all it takes is one moment from Liverpool. It's 2-1. You know, maybe we can claw back, show a bit of fight, maybe get a draw. I don't know. But I still had belief. For me, when the third goal came in, I immediately gave up. That's the moment. As soon as Gibbs White scored that third goal, that's legitimately the moment where I was like, yep, it's time to go. And the reason why I feel that way is everyone has a cutoff point. You can't be losing 3-0 at home to Nottingham Forest. You just can't. Guys, I'm telling you guys from right now, we're already very emotional. If anyone is mentioning journalists and it's a lie, I'll literally ban you. I'm telling you from now, yeah? We're doing dictatorship settings. Paul Joyce's latest tweet is Marin Roll has undergone a hernia operation.
No, he has said something. He has said something.
What?
Arne Slot retains the backing of the Liverpool hierarchy. There's an appreciation of what a summer of transition entails, from having a settled team to a big influx of new players on the back of significant outgoings, but Liverpool cannot keep losing.
Okay, so basically Slot is going to go soon if this continues. This is the, just ask your Chelsea friends when, just ask your Chelsea friends whenever you get the tweet that the board back the manager, that's actually when he's going to go. Yeah, people don't get it. People think like the ones who are Slot out, you're gonna get your wish soon. Basically, let's just say it as it is. You guys are don't think that this means that he's safe. He's not. But anyway, back to the game. Let me just make something clear. That third goal went in, and with it went every ounce of belief I had. That's legitimately how I feel. That third goal was a dark moment. Because we're 3-0 down to Nottingham Forest. And even when I got clipped up on No Context Fan TV, even people in the replies were like, this is just the calmest crash out of all time, because it's beyond shouting and slapping the table and getting angry. I'm just disappointed. I'm just done. And the reason why I'm disappointed and done is you can't be losing 3-0 at home to the 19th place team in the league. And there's another thing as well I wanna say. Hodgson era, we lost 2-1 at home to Blackpool. That's when a lot of people turned. With a way worse team, by the way. Way worse team than the one that we have right now. You get me? And Charlie Adams scored in that game. I don't know if it was Campbell who scored their second goal or Taylor Fletcher. One of them, anyway, scored their second goal. That's when a lot of people turned on Hodgson and thought that basically it was time to go. I think it was Taylor Fletcher, anyway. But many people turned in that moment. Now, 15 years later, with a team that is on paper the most superior team in the league, we lost to the 19th placed team at Anfield 3-0. And that for me is just unacceptable in without using any context of anything. Like if you come to me, you tell me the 19th place team is coming to Anfield, you're gonna lose 3-0, you know that it's just the writing is on the wall. And I think there is a split in the fan base now because obviously of everything that's happened maybe on YouTube and conversations. Promo keeps mentioning it and others regarding this whole enemies of the club thing and whatever someone said before and blah blah blah. Look, I'm beyond blaming players. I saw what Tom Lion said earlier on, and he keeps talking about players. The truth of the matter is just 1 + 1 = 2. You cannot sell 20 players. You can't. It's just the reality. Is it the harsh reality? Yes, it's the harsh reality. But it's the truth. You can't just let me land this point, and I'll promise I'll come to you. Like you can't in January or May. Let's just sell the whole team, all 20 players, sell them, keep Szoboszlai by himself and Robertson. Szoboszlai and Robertson, you deserve to stay, and then just sell the rest. You just can't. That's why the manager is the one that has to pay for the team's like lack of results and effort and stuff. And look, I see the same conversations with certain parts of the fan base. Like people will come still even after the Forest game and speak like, let's talk about Mo. Yeah, maybe guys, why are we like this as a fan base? I had maybe before Callum was here, I was having a conversation with Tom before, like we even went click live and we spoke about the Gravenberg thing, we spoke about the McAllister thing. Like there are so many people to look at, so many players to look at, and if you're using standards as an excuse to speak about Mo, then where is the same energy for Virgil van Dijk? I'm not going to use anyone else in the squad. I'm going to use the other guy with high standards who was 1 vote away from beating Messi to a Ballon d'Or. We've just conceded 6 goals in back-to-back games, and he's the captain and the leader of the defense. So that's why, for me, I feel like this whole, because our standard for him is high, and that's why we keep criticizing him. He had 4 out of 15 dribbles. He had 4 out of 14 dribbles. He's fucking 34. He has 1 successful dribble every 3. The thing is, now, the minimum we ask for is effort. And I think Mo gave the effort at least on Saturday. At least he attempted to do stuff. At least he got past the player and created the chance. And I'll end on this. And I'm just going to give the mic to Callum after because I only want to say something. The most dangerous chance we created in the first half was Mo's pass to Kerkez. And the most dangerous chance we created in the second half was Mo's pass to Isak, which he sliced at. So we cannot sit up here and just blame the same people over and over and over again. We concede 3 goals at home and people want to talk about the right winger. It's just insane. And by the way, it's the same people that didn't even give him credit last season when he was the best player in the world. He's like, oh, he's a moments player. He only scores blah, 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 blah. Now they're saying Salah carried Slot to a league title. So it's just like, let's decide what we want to do here. But yeah, it's not excuses. It's not excuses. It's the reality. He created the most chances and had the most successful dribbles. Anyway, go on, Cal.
On the players thing, Husam. So I'll tell you why I don't subscribe to the notion of and I've never subscribed that it's 50-50 with the players or even more than 20%, because I see these same players balling out for their country. And then the excuse was always, but look at the opposition. And I've used that as well. But the opposition we played are a team that are in 19th at the weekend. And every player on that pitch, we didn't give anyone above a 5 for player ratings.
Yeah.
No one above a 5.
Who got the 5?
I think Sobo got 5, and then the substitutes because there's not much apart from Robbo. Robbo got done for the goal. So, like for me, I always give a 5 to a player who didn't do anything wrong, but didn't obviously do anything great either. 5 for me, just you came on and you just did a job. 5 was the only. I think
Szoboszlai deserves higher than a 5.
That's fair. I mean, Sobo might have got a 5 or a 6 from some people, but I think 5's fair. But yeah. My issue with the whole, and the reason why I think, I'll only speak for myself, the reason why there is a frustration to those who called for Slot out, from those who called for Slot out at the time, wasn't that people disagreed. Again, in fact, no, I'll only speak for myself. I was never upset that anyone disagreed and said, nah, Cal, like I'm Slot in and I don't agree with you being Slot out. It was the semantics around it. It was and again, James is my brother, and I know he said it tongue in cheek, but when it was typed out, it looks worse than it actually is. But when he says the statement anyway, the club, when it's you're crazy, when it's you're a crap fan or you're an armchair fan, it was all of the abuse that came with it that was like, so because I have the certain standard for Liverpool, because I don't want to see us fall below a standard, I'm just a prick all of a sudden. That was what my frustration was.
But it's the same people that created the divide 3 years ago. Because I see the same exact names on Twitter, all the top Reds and the same people doing the same stuff. Back then, it was the FSG conversation. It was if you're an FSG outer, you're a wool, you're a prick, you're not.
Now I hear
now
that.
It's just the opposite. Now it's just like, oh, if you're a slot outer, you're this, you're that, and blah 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 blah.
But shall I tell you what, Husam? There wasn't even people weren't listening to what I was saying. That's what my frustration was. I always, whenever I say a comment like what I said, it was always me trying to explain it. And in the summer, I sat there and I said, I don't think Gakpo is the guy to lead us as a left winger. And I do think we need to buy another left winger. And it was, no, Rio's there. And I'm like, guys, we're Liverpool Football Club relying on a 17-year-old. I have to use Arsenal as an example, guys. Miles Lewis-Skelly was very good for them when he played last season. Ethan Nwaneri was very good for Arsenal when he played for them last season. But they still brought in Nkape and they've got Calafiori there. They still brought in Madueke and Eze. If Liverpool fans were in Arsenal situation, Liverpool fans would have sat there and gone, we don't need to bring anyone in because we've got Skelly, and we don't need to bring anyone because we got Ethan Nwaneri. And that for me is the mindset that frustrates me the most. We have a mindset of accepting just being competitive. We are Liverpool Football Club. I don't know how many times I have to keep on saying this for people to understand how gigantic of a club we are, but how small-minded some of our fan base is. When people turn around and say, oh, Cal, you're entitled for wanting to win the league every season. I'm sorry, entitled? What? No, we should be challenging for the league every season. I should be winning the league 1 out of every 3 seasons. We should be retaining the league title this season. We should be challenging for the Champions League this season and then winning it next season. Where's this whole mentality of being entitled come from? Because you believe in your club. You believe you've got the players at hand to win a league title. Where's that come from? Where's it come from that we can sit there and go, yeah, Rio's barely played any football in his life, any football at a high level, but he should be the rotation for Gakpo this season when we lost to Luis Diaz, who was his rotation. Why is it we can sit there as a fan base and go, we can't bring in anyone to play on the right-hand side because Salah gets the lion's shares of the minute? Well, I'm sorry. Isn't Saka Arsenal's best player according to their fans? Didn't they find a way of bringing in a Node Madueke? I'm sorry. Where's this come from that we can't find someone who can challenge Salah's position at the club? Why is it that we're so content in going, yeah, Salah can just do it by himself? Why is it our attacking pattern is let's get the ball to Salah and just make Salah make something happen? Are we having attacking patterns or are we relying on one player to make something happen? Why is it that we sit there and we go, we've got Virgil van Dijk. We can't rotate Virgil. He's on X amount a week and he's a legend of the club. Why is it that we can't? So check this out. We can't sell the idea of getting someone else to challenge Salah on the right wing, but we were minutes away from getting Gahey, who would have been behind Konate and Virgil in the pecking order and would have had to fight his way into the team. But no one had an issue with that. Remember, going into the season, Konate and Virgil were seen as the two of the best defenders in Europe. We're not talking about Konate in November. We're not talking about Virgil in November. In the summer, everyone sat there and went, Virgil and Konate, best partnership in the world, 2 of the best in the world. But yet we could still get a Gahey. Why? Because the intent was there. Why is it all these other teams can go and get players? Chelsea signed Gittins, but still were able to get Garnacho. Chelsea have got Neto, still able to get Esteval, and have got the young, is it Quenda coming from Sporting coming in on the same size as Esteval? Why is it Chelsea are able to sign a Jero Hato? Why is it all these teams around us are able to sign players that have top players in their position? Why is it that Man United had a Diallo there that is loved by the fans, but still went out and got an Embuemo? You know why? Because the mentality is different. Because if we had a Saka, if we had a Diallo, if we had certain players, we'd be sitting there making excuses for the club not bringing in players. We do not have a fan base categorically that wants to win. We have a fan base that is happy to take part, and winning is a bonus. And I can't subscribe to that. Winning is not a bonus for Liverpool. Winning is what is expected from Liverpool. And winning is what has been expected from Liverpool since we had Bill Shankly. Because everyone likes to throw up whole Bill Shankly quotes, this, that, and the other. You know what Bill said? Winning at Liverpool is everything. Everyone remembers the winners. No one cares about second place. When did we fall in love with finishing second? The only time I want to finish second is when I'm in bed with my missus. That's the only time. That's the only time I want to finish second. If I play my kids at FIFA, I want to beat them. If I want to have a race against someone on the street, I want to beat them. If I play football out at five-a-side, I want to win the game. But yet we will sit here and we'll gloat about finishing second. We'll gloat about competing. We'll gloat about pushing City hard. We'll gloat about all these things. We'll gloat about all these things. Why don't we gloat about winning? Because we're not winning enough. We all went into this season going, we've signed Wirtz, Ekitike, and Isak. Who the hell is going to stop us? And now in November, I'm hearing same people go, you know, Richard Hughes and Edwards, they got it wrong by bringing these players. I'm sorry, what? The same players we all sat here and went, bro, we're winning the league. We're going back to back. We might walk the league. We're now blaming Edwards and Hughes. Like, let's get this straight. Matt, what would you say Frimpong's greatest strengths are?
Probably his athleticism and probably crossing.
Tom, what would you say
Overlapping.
Greatest strengths are?
Fucking, I don't know. He's not.
No. Let's be real. What's Kirk?
Bournemouth. Let's just talk about Bournemouth, Kirk. What did you expect? Yeah. Come on, be real.
What's his greatest? Say again.
His engine.
Crossing as well. Would you say crossing was good?
It was all right, yeah. But it was his engine. It was the fact he could get up and down for 90 minutes. That was what was the best part for me.
Cool. So we, as fans, can see what the greatest strengths of these players are, but our manager can't. Our manager won't see it, or our manager won't utilize it. And then we're going to sit here and go, yeah, you know, the players and the Edwards and Hughes. I'm sorry. The majority of the Liverpool fan base wanted Kirkes as a left back. The majority of the Liverpool fan base celebrated when we signed Frimpong. Leone, generational talent, we were told. And again, unfortunate with the injury, generational talent. Mamadashvili, seen as one of the best young up-and-coming goalkeepers in the world.
Facts.
Florian Wirtz, seen as one of the best 10s in world football. One of the best 10s in world football. Alexander Isak, seen as the second best striker in the league, a top 5 striker in the world. And Ekitike, seen as one of the best up-and-coming strikers in the world. These are the players we signed. And people sit there and go, yeah, we lost Diaz and we didn't replace. So we lost Diaz. That's why we're being rubbish. No. The reason why we lost Diaz and we're being rubbish is because we didn't replace Diaz. I got told in the summer, Rio's the replacement. And I crashed out and everyone's like, what are you crashing out for? He's our Yamal. He's the future. Michael Owen did it. So why can't Rio did it? Because they're the anomalies. We are.
Who did you want in the summer, Cal?
Say again, sorry?
Who did you want in the summer?
Who did I want? Rodrigo.
Yeah.
And I got told, why do you want Rodrigo? You're going to
So did I.
block Rio's path.
Yeah, we're going to block Rio's path.
Here. Hold on, let me get this straight.
Yeah, go on, bro. You continue your money. Yeah, go on. Continue.
Man United had Rooney, Tevez, Berbatov, Ronaldo. Who else? They had other players as well. Do you think Ferguson sat there and went, I ain't going to sign Tevez or Berbatov because we got Makeda coming through. I don't want to block Makeda's path. Alex Ferguson said, you know, if he's good enough, he'll make it. I'm signing these players because I want to win leagues and Champions Leagues. But yet we sit there and we're like, we can't sign a player in this position. We don't want to block his path. How about we get someone so Rio can learn off that person? How about we actually get someone so Rio can look up and go, that's the standard. I need to get to his level. Why do you guys think Raheem Sterling left Liverpool? Because at the time when he was at Liverpool, he looked around the dressing room and he could only look at 2 players better than him when he was 18 or 19 years old. He could look at Gerrard and look at Coutinho and go, them 2 are better than me. No one else is. That's why he left. He's playing in a team at 18, 19, thinking I'm the 3rd best player in the team. But yet we want to sit and we want to go, we can't buy this player, we can't buy that player, we can't do this, can't do that. Come on, man. What are we doing here? Why are we so happy being second best? Why are we so happy throwing away a whole season? Salah and Virgil signed 2-year extensions. Do you know what they should be doing in that 2 years? Solidifying their legacy. Virgil should be leaving with another 2 Premier Leagues. Salah should be leaving with another 2 Premier Leagues. Virgil should be leaving with another Champions League. Salah should be leaving with another Champions League. But instead, we're going to sit here and go, you know what, hopefully they win something in their last year. And then if they don't, it's going to be, you know, the team was emotional. The team, you know, that we knew they were leaving, so we maybe tried a bit too hard. And no, I'm fed up with the excuses now. I'm fed up of it. I genuinely want to know what we are as a club. Who are we? Because last time I checked, when I look at the badge, I see Liverpool. I see the most Champions Leagues in Premier League. I see the joint most Premier League and league titles. But yet we want to act like this. This is how we want to act. Come on, man. What are we doing here? This ain't the team that I've grown up thinking can go. We all sat here and said we're going into a period of domination. Domination. we can't even dominate the ball on the pitch at the Anfield at the moment. And we're going into our period of domination. And then when I pointed these things out a month ago, I got called all the names under the sun. When I pointed out in the summer, we need 5 centre-backs because we've got Joe Gomez still here. And then the manager comes out and says, we can't play Joe Gomez because Gomez has only played 290 minutes in the whole of 2025. But then you want him to have rhythm, but you won't play him. Because as I said the other day, Gravenberch is our 3rd choice centre-back. What is this guy doing? What is this team doing? I've had enough of it. And look, we'll beat PSV in Champions League. And then I hear some people come out the woodwork and go, yeah, you know what? Slot did a business there. But you know, West Ham, you know it's going to be rinse and repeat potentially, right? Who has confidence going into the West Ham game?
I'm not
confident,
but
where's West Ham in the league?
Yeah.
They're in good form, by the way.
You know what's so mad though? I'll say this.
Sorry.
No, go finish your finish your
going to this period, I was told Arsenal are going to drop points, and we're going to pick up form. Well, I tell you what, we've just been beaten by number 19 in the league. Yeah. Fair. West Ham is 17th at the moment. Who's confident we'll go West Ham and win? Because last season I was so confident going to West Ham, and do you know what we did? We scored 5 goals on their turf and said we've won the league. I've met up with Jerry James and G outside of the West Ham Stadium. Big up to both of them. On the 29th of December, cold outside, and we're sitting there laughing, interviewed them, and all 3 of us said the league's done, we're winning it. The 29th of November, sorry, the 30th of November, we could be sitting there going, we're in a more of a crisis than we even thought. Less than a year from me saying we're winning the league, less than a year, I've conceded that we're not winning the league this season. In November, with the team and the squad we've got, I've sat here and gone, we can't win the league because we're 11 points behind Arsenal Football Club. 11. We are closer to relegation than we are to the top of the league. I'm done. Done.
Matt, I know you wanted to say something. It's funny how me and Matt turned the same exact.
Yeah, like I listen, everything that Carl said, that's exactly how I feel. Like I can't even really top that speech really because I share the same views. I got asked, yesterday, like as I was having a group chat, big up my brethren, is that we was having a big reasoning, shall we say, yeah. And I was asked the question, are you confident of beating West Ham? And I said, not really, but we can still win the game. Only because we've got great players. And do you know what that is? When I'm saying things like only the players can get us victories and not the manager, that tells me everything I need to know. We can still win games, but that's not good enough. And we can only still win games because we have quality players. But this manager, you see, Saturday, that was the turning point for me. We played well up until they scored. When they scored, I just saw everyone cower and everyone kind of get into their mind, oh my days, like we're about to lose this game. And I just saw the manager just smiling and not really doing anything, not making adjustments, speaking to his advisor, writing things down on a piece of paper. where really and truly you should be barking at the players, like get your head in the game. When I'm seeing Virgil van Dijk scream at players, yeah, I'm talking scream, yeah. I'm thinking, yeah, there's definitely an issue. And I said it after the Brentford game. I said there's a possibility he might have lost the players, and I don't think he's lost all of them, but I think he's lost some players. And the only way we're going to win games this season, if he stays in charge, that will be down to individual brilliance. That's the honest truth, because we still got them good players. And for people that want to blame the transfers or the players that were brought in, nah, we're not going to do that, because I'm not going to sit here and act like I didn't see literally 99% of Liverpool fans, 99.9% said this is the greatest window we've ever seen. But now all of a sudden it was bad planning. What? Because we didn't get a centre back. But we knew we didn't get a centre back. Yes, we understood we didn't get Guehi, but we were still very, very happy. You're telling me a manager with this squad can't get better than 11th spot and lose 6 games? 6 games already.
That's just
That
the
is
league.
in the league. That's just the league. That is insane to me. I'm sick to death of being tired. I'm tired of being tired. Seeing my team getting punched up every single week is jarring. And I'm always thinking, oh, do you know what? I have to hope for an individual bit of brilliance to get us out of this. I can't rely on the manager. I don't know what's happened to the manager since last year. Because the manager last year, I won't take that credit away from him. That credit will stay with me because I think he deserved to win the Premier League. Because in the Premier League, you have to be consistent. In my opinion, you can't win a Premier League by fluke.
Nothing that happens this season changes what happened last year.
No, I know, exactly. The Premier League doesn't change. Winning the Premier League, what you've done last year, does not change anything. But you see, this version of this manager of this season is a completely different manager. And do you want to know why? And I said this as well to my brethren again in the group chat. I said, the way how Liverpool played last year, we made tweaks, and Arne Slot was able to make tweaks at halftime, and we was a bit more reserved. And we used to go into games at halftime, either 0-0, 1-0 up, and kind of just edge out a game. You see now, he's trying to stamp his authority on how we play football, and it is absolutely curtains. There's no structure. And if there is a structure, the structure is horrific. And everyone knows how to play against your structure, but you're still willing to do the same thing. You can see the players are looking at each other. When someone loses the ball, there's panic. Anytime someone loses the ball, there's panic. Everyone's like, flip. Where do I go? Got to run back. No one understands his ideology, because if they did, we wouldn't be as bad as how we are now. Why is this manager so stubborn? Why does he continue to play players that are out of form? It baffles me. And for the people that want to say, but who do you replace? Broski, I'm not the manager, but we have a squad though. This is what I don't understand. What's the point of having a squad of players if we're not going to utilize them? That's another thing as well. Do you know what the manager? Do you know when I knew the manager was kind of cooked? The manager said, yeah, and I will paraphrase it. Isak is behind schedule. He needs fitness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sacrifice players who are actually fully fit right now so Isak can play. So you want Isak to play catch up ahead of guys that are fully fit and are actually in a good way of going away to international duty like Ekatike. I'm sorry. Can you not play Isak after, say, I don't know, after 70 minutes ago and you bring him on, and then you do that for a couple of games and then maybe edge at the minutes? Why did you have to start him? Do you know how bad Isak looked? But we could have all said that before a ball was even kicked. Konate is coming under fire, yeah? And I'll be real, Konate was horrendous, absolutely horrendous. And you see the smiling thing. I don't know what to make of that. The smiling thing could be, I don't even care anymore. The smiling thing could be, I'm off to Real Madrid. The smiling thing could be, I knew this was going to happen. We're losing the game. And what happens? Gravenberch goes centre back.
That's what the smiling was for.
Yeah, bro, 100%. But I'm not going to do the whole.
I have a different reason for the smile.
No. I wanted to.
I think the players have given up on Slot, and they probably think that he's going to go.
This is why I wanted to put all the reasons out there, because it's not just one, and no one's going to know. People can make their own assumptions, but I'm leaving it for people's discretion how they want to perceive it. All I know is this year, when things like that happen, that says everything to me about what's happening behind the scenes. When Virgil's screaming down mad. Again, I'm not trying to pick on certain players, but certain players have to be accountable. McAllister, oh my days. When people said McAllister was back here, even after the Villa game, I said he had a decent game. And he had a very good game against Real Madrid. But McAllister, again, he doesn't warrant a starting place. Curtis Jones must be thinking to himself, McAllister can do whatever he likes because I'm never going to play. I'm never going to start. You saw McAllister for the first goal.
Started, didn't he?
What's that, sorry?
They both start, didn't he?
No, I know, but I took it consistently, though. Consistently throughout the season. It's normally been McAllister over Jones. Jones has made more appearances off the bench than he has starts. That is a fact. And it's unfair to Curtis Jones. What does he have to do to get a prominent start?
I will say Curtis Jones wasn't very good on.
No, I know. But I'm just saying McAllister, though, for the first goal, look at that challenge, bro. Oh my gosh.
The first goal's on every single one of them midfielders.
No, Tom. I hear what you're saying.
At some point.
Tom, let me land, please. The right back situation. Me and Kyle laughed, on the preview we did, when we realized that Frimpong and Connor Bradley was out, we just laughed and went, we know he's going right back in it. We just know. And even though he can play there, look what happens when you play Soboslai at right back and our midfield looks like trash because he's been our best midfielder. You will never see Arteta take out Declan Rice and put him at right back if there was a situation. You just won't see it. He would rather play a youth team player because you're taking the best player, one of your best players this season in his position and moving him to right back. So then now you've got to fix another issue because now you've taken out the best midfielder out of midfield. So what does he do? Why could you not play Calvin Ramsey? Okay, cool. Calvin Ramsey's not up to speed. He hasn't played many games. But do you want to know something? You won't know until you try. You could have protected, and I know Gomez would have been a risk. Maybe there's a youth team player. I don't know. But taking out one of your best players and putting him at right back is insane to me. That's like Man City taking out Prime Rodri. Not Prime Rodri, but I'm not using the same quality, but taking out whoever their best midfielders and putting them at right back. You just won't see that. And the centre-back situation, again, Cal, I was with Cal on this one. And I know what you guys are going to say. You guys are going to say, oh, when Liverpool are losing, he puts... At this point, we don't care. The point is we are sick and tired of seeing Gravenberch at centre-back because he's not the answer. Do you want to know why he's not the answer? How many times have I've heard from yourself, Husam, and yourself, Tom, he's not even the greatest of passers as a midfielder. Like he's just decent in it. He's not amazing. He's not amazing, right? But then you're going to put him at centre-back. Why? Oh, so we can keep possession at the back. Because he's not going to make splitting line passes. Because if he's not doing it in midfield, he ain't doing that at centre-back. Do you want to know why he's not doing it at centre-back as well, though? Because the structure's all over the place. Everything is disjointed. And I'm telling you, it goes to the manager. As much as we've tried to be fair to the manager, give the manager time. Saturday was my breaking point, just like Husam. And it's like, nah, bro, enough is enough, man. Like,
the third goal specifically was when I was like, nope.
Yeah, we can't keep getting embarrassed and just keep thinking that it's going to be okay. Oh, he's going to fix this. Where you're only, for people that are saying he can fix it, I'm not saying he can't, but for me, there's no actual factual evidence that he will fix it because all you're going to do is go back to last season. I want this season. This season, there is no reason to suggest that he's going to fix it. That is going to get worse. So when I'm seeing reports about Christmas time and about, oh, maybe we should keep him till Christmas, you must be out of your mind.
Yeah, but you guys, we aren't used to this. Listen, just ask your Chelsea friends. Whenever the reports come out that he has the vote of confidence is actually...
I know. But what I'm saying is...
Because if Slot was really safe,
yeah,
if Slot was like really 100% safe, there would be no reason for Paul Joyce to say anything.
No, I know this, but what I'm also going to say is this year, I fully understand. I know what people are going to do. People are going to do the whole, yeah, but who do we get though? Which manager's going to leave? Brother, so what you're trying to tell me is, if your woman cheats on you over and over again, you're just going to sit around there and wait for to leave until you find somebody else, or you're going to stay with her? Are you mad? Shout out to you, man, that want to do stuff like that. The fight... You're literally burning.
Just say big up all the cuts in the chat. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. We cannot. I'm sorry. You're telling me you'd rather stay with a manager and lose games and tank a season? I'm sorry. What? What are we doing here? Since when do we tank seasons? We've just won a freaking prem. A man are talking about let's just see it out to the rest of the season. Have you lot gone mad?
Sorry, Matt. One question. Before we were linked with him, who here wanted Slot? Not just us, but anyone in the chat.
I didn't want him. Slot? I didn't even know who he was.
Because I never saw Tom Little do a video on Slot.
Neither did I. Because he was a gamble. No one
I
knew what
never
was
saw
going to happen.
Husam do a video on Slot. We never
'Cause he
did
was
a
a
video on
gamble.
coverage on Slot. I never saw James
Ah, yeah,
Redmond.
man.
I never saw.
Are we
Redmond
saying
TV.
Husam was right all along? He should have stuck with his.
No. I never saw James Redmond. I never saw Redman TV.
No
I
one
never
spoke about
saw-
him.
I never saw Born and Red. Never saw Mike Daas, Jerry James, G Ends, Jamie Phillips, Monts. Never saw one Liverpool.
No
content
one said
creator.
him from
No
jump. You know
one.
why? Because everyone said Alonso or Amorim. Those were the two names that Liverpool fans wanted during the summer. Then what people will try and do is do the whole, no, I wanted Slot. Oh, what? Because you've done a bit of research after you realize we got linked with him. Let's not do that because that's cap. Because even I can sit there and go, I didn't know nothing about the manager until he was linked with him.
No.
I had to do my research. I can't sit here and tell you what he was doing at PSV.
Yeah,
I think
And final.
I think it's fair to say what once we were linked with him and people done the
Sorry,
research.
Tom.
it's
More
kind of
people
that-
wanted Linders to be number one than for Slots coming. By the way, more people wanted Pep Linders.
Yeah,
to
but
Yeah,
that-
they said
that-
give
that-
Linders the
that-
keys. I can't lie.
That was the
Shut
proper
the hell
fucking
up,
weirdos.
Lewis, you loser. Shut the hell up.
That was the
Barcelona and
proper
Arsenal.
weirdos.
I will pray on your downfall for these next two games, you fucking bum ass fraud with your bum ass belt. Day 161 of 1,000. Shut the hell up. Anyway, let me just.
I assume this
I wanna ask you guys
conversation is
about
going to
the future.
move to the manager and what you do to replace him now.
Yes,
which I
yes,
think is gonna be very
that's
polarizing.
literally my train of thought as well, Tom.
Mm.
So we are thinking the same way. Let me just grab the super chats, guys, and then we're gonna move on talk about Liverpool's future, or like how do we get out of this? Because we can't just provide what the problem is. Let's also provide what the solution is. So big up to all of you guys. Guys, we have 1.5k locked in. We're not even at 500 likes. Well, I have some shame. Have some shame. Let's get the likes up, please. Now, every single one of you, please hit the like button right now. Subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so, and go check out all my brothers. All their links are in the description. Matt is gonna do a FIFA stream, and you can check out UFC content on the Sanders Show. Subscribe to Tom if he ever becomes the next Mike Daas and suddenly makes content. So please like the video right now and subscribe. Let's go, guys. Big up to my guy Felipe, who says, slot in, lol, bro, change your system, bring more players in January, push for cups. Your manager is so dumb, but it's Salah's fault, right, Husam? Hey, my dad in the morning, I swear, is the funniest shit. Tom was the only person who actually heard my dad speak. He was like, they keep blaming Mo. It has nothing to do with it. We conceded 3 goals at home. I'm like, Dad, I know. He's like, they have to get the manager out. He won with Klopp's team. I'm like, you're slot out, Dad? He's like, yep, I'm slot out. So, yeah. Seeing way too much laughter and not enough tears is what Paz is saying. We don't cry, brother. You don't cry as Premier League champion. I know the last time you won the league, you were still drinking breast milk. Big up to Josh Byrne, who says, I respect Slot. He's bringing enemies of the club together. James Redmond is never going to live that down till forever, bro. It's just never going to end. When is it going to end, Robbie? It's never going to end. Big up, Josh. Hate watching therapy session. I'm loving this. Tonight, Everton versus Manchester United on Don Husam channel, inshallah. Come on, Everton. That's all I'm going to say. Big
Oh
up to Shawnee.
no, you can't say that, Husam. You can't say that.
Yes, I can. Man United are a bigger
No.
enemy right now.
No,
Yeah.
you can't.
Yes, they are. Yes, I
You-
can.
No,
You know,
you could never bring me to want Everton to win unless it directly meant we win a trophy.
you do know if Everton win, they go above us in the league, right?
Maybe
Come
we
on,
need-
Yeah, but I
maybe-
guess Hassam's probably thinking if Everton win, they're more likely to drop points. That's the only thing I can
Yeah.
think of.
maybe we need that wake up call.
I need Man United to fuck off.
The thing is, we need a draw in it in that result, in it, and then hopefully we win our next game. That's what we need.
We need both teams to lose, man. That's what we really need.
I know.
But
know.
unfortunately, that's not a solution. Shawnee, I just unstarted his super chat without reading it. For fuck's sake, I've got to scroll up now. Wait. Sorry, chat. Sorry. I'm gonna get
Can't
there.
believe we're asking for favors from
Guys, talk for like 10 seconds as I find his bloody super chat.
joke team.
Okay, Shawnee, just so I don't have to scroll all the way up, let me just read Shawnee's super chat. Big up to Shawnee, who says, question for the guys last season. We never got any credit for winning the league, so why, including our fans, are we greasing cheeks for Arsenal, is what Shawnee is saying. Look, brother, as things stand, it is a title race between whoever and whoever. I look at us as Liverpool, and everyone has their personal experiences, but me personally, I don't hate Arsenal. You know, I hate Man City, I hate Chelsea, I hate Man United, I hate Everton. Do I hate Arsenal? No. So if they win the league, it makes no difference to my life. I get if, like, you know, people always say, like, you know, where you're from, it matters. Yeah, it does matter, because if someone is from London, they're more likely to encounter an Arsenal fan or have Arsenal supporting friends, relatives, stuff like that. Me personally, Arsenal winning the league literally makes zero difference to my life. Not a single person I know in real life is an Arsenal fan. No one around me supports Arsenal. You know, will Igal be annoying? Yes. But I'll tell you something right now. If it's an Arsenal-Chelsea title race, North London forever. I grew up on Benitez Mourinho, brother. I ain't trying to see Chelsea win shit. Fuck Chelsea. Did you guys hear apparently that the training is going to be very strict today? No exceptions. My question is, who are the exceptions in the first place? Hey, good question.
But that's fucking IndyCar, and I'll be on the way he sat there and said Van Dijk and Gomez need to be tried next to each other to see if they work. They fucking played 100 odd games next to each other. You know how they fucking work as a centre back partnership.
Not in this system, we don't.
True.
System schmishnum. It's two centre backs playing next to each other.
No, we can't do that. We don't know how they work in this system. And when was the last time
we do though, because they played fucking 9 games next to each other last season.
When was the last time Joe Gomez started a game next to Virgil van Dijk?
The last time he was fit, probably. So what? That will have been the West Ham game when he does.
When was that?
December.
And when did Slot start changing his tactics?
I don't know.
In the new year.
Whenever you want.
In the new year. Robbo even came out. Robbo came out and said it.
It doesn't change how centre-backs play. Centre-back plays how a centre-back plays, Cal. I'm sorry.
It does.
It's complicating about we've got to this fucking point. Joe Gomez.
Our centre-backs are expected to be defenders. Xabi Alonso in his prime. Right-backs and left-backs. So, yeah, it does make a difference.
He can't be fucking worse than what I've seen. So I don't know why we're doing this whole law.
We'll see. Big up, Callum. Thanks for defending my honor when Husam tried to catch me out. I'm willing to put our differences aside. Also, we suck because of you. Wow, plot twist at the end. Wow. So even when you give him credit, you still cook him regardless.
That's mad.
That's the nice one, Fonzie. Big up Dubs in the chat for
Zuberi.
Big up to Zuberi.
Hey, Zuberi, you know.
I'm here for Kalalu. You and your manager is cooked. What's Kalalu mean?
So Kalaloo is a Jamaican. It's a Jamaican. Not a dish. It's one of It's like it's similar to spinach, but
that's spinach, isn't it? That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
like
yeah.
One of the staple foods in Jamaica.
Fancy so Kalaloo, you know.
It's the nickname he has for me.
For you? Oh,
yeah.
Fair. Spinach. That sounds just as. Okay, I was gonna say. Me and my owners will move accordingly. FSG, stand up and bring back Isak, please. We were better when we were frugal in the market. I think it's just an excuse though, because I'm trying to see all these players perform, bro. And that's the thing that I said to Tampa earlier on. Like all these players as well, they all look like ass. By the way, Ektike ain't scored in 7 games. Keep that in mind. Take the spread, get Henny, and pour it for Isak. I don't drink Paz. I don't drink. You get me? Unfortunately, the only alcoholic on the stream is Tom. Slot won the title and handed a difficult summer with real dignity. He's liked, but Slot out isn't disrespectful with no identity and poor results. Guys, can we not do this now? Can we not do like the next James Redmond to Husam now? I'm not saying you're disrespectful if you say Slot out. I'm just saying I don't want to say it. I want to say club statement. Let me live. Say it, Adi. Say it as much as you want. They're gonna make videos on this now. I'd like to invite the Chad to the Arsenal parade. Big up to Kat Sanders says, blame Klopp for that mindset. We gloated about winning 1 Champions League and Premier League, made excuses about City winning the league over us. Now fans saying we misprofiled and we should get a tired Klopp back. And then he says, stop having emotional attachments towards managers. I'll be honest with you, the emotional attachment towards Klopp is completely justified because he literally brought us from
I'm sorry, Husam. I'm sorry. This statement's fucking stupid, though. Football's an emotional thing. You're gonna have emotional attachments to players and managers. People have emotional attachments to Paisley, to Shankly, to Dalglish, to Souness, to fucking Houllier, to Roy Evans, to Benitez. When at a club like Liverpool, you're gonna have these emotions, especially an emotional attachment to a man who came in and won you a fucking Premier League title. Don't know. It's not fucking villainous to say that. And having an emotional attachment with someone doesn't make them bigger than the football club. He's not bigger than the football club, but you can have an emotional attachment to him and go, "Oh, I like him as a bloke. I like what he done for me. I hope he works out." Do I think he's going to work out at this point? Probably not, which is a bit gutting. But I like him as a bloke, and I can't. I'm not going to go away from that emotional attachment.
I think I don't disagree with what you're saying there, Tom. I think again, I'm not trying to tell Ket Sunday how to speak and how to feel. I think having an emotional attachment is fine, but I think knowing how to separate an emotional attachment from what's right for the club is two different things. I think we're guilty of that as Liverpool fans.
Tom has done that though. So have I.
No, I'm not
If
saying.
we say it's time for the manager to go, what more you want?
I'm not categorizing. All right, I'll use a different example. Back when we had Fabinho and Fabinho threw up that sinker in his last season, I said I think we should move Fabinho on, and I think we should get a new defensive midfielder, or worst case scenario, Fabinho becomes the backup. And it was, how can you sell him? And it's like, I'm not hating on the person. This is a sport. We're dealing with sport. So you want the best players or best whatever to give you the best chance of succeeding at sport. And I think that's what I think people struggle with. I think it's the whole, look, I'll put my hands up. If we got Gerrard in as manager and Gerrard was fine, I'd find it difficult to say it, but I'd say it because I've got to keep the same energy. If Gerrard wasn't good enough for us, I'd be like, we got to move on. We got to move Gerrard on. I'd be doing a Husam and be like, club statement.
It'd be worse.
Say
if
it
was
loud
Gerrard.
and proud for us fake fans.
It would be worse if it was Gerrard. I don't think people understand how bad.
I would have beef defending Stevie G. I'll be honest with you. You don't understand.
Like if you think what's going on between fans with Arnie Slot's bad, if Steven Gerrard comes in and we're a bit ropey, and there's people that start calling Gerrard shit, it will go off. And that's
like you can't, bro. Gerrard,
and that's because there's an emotional attachment.
He means too much for the club. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. That's why I don't want Gerrard to manage Liverpool. I just don't. I imagine Mike Daas doing tactical breakdown of everything Gerrard did wrong. I'll fly to California and punch the shit out of him. Say it loud and proud for us fake fans, Cal. Slot out. P.S. No transfers will improve us with these tactics and stubbornness. I agree with this 100%. No players change this. That's funny because I actually said it on Friday. Anyone who is not asking for slot out has lowered their standards. Facts. Losing at home to a team second place from bottom. Pathetic. We are LFC, not Crawley FC. I agree with this. I think the third goal for me just broke me. Like,
can I say on the transfer stuff as well? Everyone keeps on saying, "Yeah, we'll get Semenyo and Gahey in January." I'll be honest. If I'm Gahey right now, I'm looking at this team and the situation. I'm like, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going Liverpool right now.
You know that's not how football players think, though. Let's not do that.
He's got advisors around him as well, though, Sam.
He plays for Palace.
Yeah, but Cal, that's like the same way of going about like, when we got McAllister who just won a World Cup and we just finished fifth and got Europa League. Why would he want to come to us when he could have went City? It's because players understand that the quality of play that we've got and the type of football club we are, this isn't going to be how it goes on.
City weren't in for McAllister.
They were. We just done the groundwork earlier.
Forest was it? Slot is done. System plus structure is shit. I agree with this. Big up to my guy Tampa Line says 1.4k, only 300 likes. Come on, people, smash the like button. Yes, guys, we aren't even 500 likes yet. Please close the live chat, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Every single one of you, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, all that good shit. Let's go. A moment I saw Slabhead power sliding like he was Prime Ronaldo. I was slot out. How many more games till the board out him? I'm saying 2 more games if it's L's. Hey, PSV itself. PSV itself, Habibi. A lot of people smile and laugh when embarrassed. I think Slots lost the dressing room, Lou. I'll be honest with you. That smile is a very dangerous smile.
Shall I be real with you? If you're Konate, though, and again, Konate has been throwing up howlers this season. Howlers.
Another one on Saturday, by the way.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I'll be the first to say it. But if you're Konate, and every time things are going wrong for the team, you're the one that's hooked. How does that make you feel? On a real, and this is why I talk about man management as well. How on earth is that gonna make you feel? Because Konate wasn't the only bad player on the weekend. He wasn't the only bad player. So why is he being hooked first? Why is he looking at every time we're a goal down or we're chasing a goal, he looks over at the bench, looks over at the board, and sees his number. Do you know how that's going to make you feel? What reason is?
I'll tell you what, though, Kat, I've actually got very little sympathy. Because
why is that? Because he hasn't signed a new contract yet.
No, not like that. In those games that he comes off, how many of them do I sit there and go, he's been one of the better players today?
Why was McAllister not taken off before Kanate?
In the game?
Yeah.
Because we didn't have any midfielders on the bench and he wanted to go 2 attackers up top.
So we couldn't have taken off McAllister and brought in another attacker from McAllister and kept Gravenberch and Szoboszlai in the midfield.
No, because he wanted to keep the amount of midfielders that we had on the pitch. He wanted to keep 4 midfielders on the pitch, just in different positions.
You hear how this sounds, Tom, right?
And I know it sounds. I don't agree with it, but that's what he wanted to do.
It sounds bad, though. It sounds bad. Next manager odds.
I don't disagree with taking Kanate because Kanate was doing fuck all right. He was doing nothing right.
He's a centre back. We took off a centre back and moved a midfielder back into centre back, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
We had a Joe Gomez on the bench.
Joe Gomez hadn't trained all week.
Brother, what's the point of keeping him then? If we can't play this guy, what is the point of keeping him?
That's a separate point. I'm just saying the reason he didn't go on is he hadn't trained all week.
Let me just get through these guys. I want to speak about the future.
Could Endo have not come on?
Oh.
That's
right
because the last time we brought in the one when we were chasing the game, that went down so well, didn't it?
That was against shot. So okay, so because it didn't work one game, we should stop doing it. But yeah, we should just persist with Gravenberch. But in fact, when was the last time Gravenberch moved centre back and actually worked out well for us?
I actually legit can't remember. But the reason why that's an unfair question, though, is because nothing is worked out. So you could ask this question about
no, but that specifically because that's his go-to, right? So against Chelsea,
that's not a fair question.
Wait.
I'll tell you why. Because everything that he's tried hasn't worked, so it's not a controlled experiment.
Specifically, Husam, that is a specific thing.
No, but you can't measure it that way because it's not a controlled experiment. Because everything that he's tried, when is the last time that we brought on Chiesa at work?
The last time he done it was Burnley.
See? We can all do this. Next manager odds: Klopp, Glasner, Iraola, Emery, Alonso, Nagelsmann. Time to just rip the plaster off. It's over. Tom has an interesting opinion, which I'll let him start with in the next section. Manchester United fan here. Thank you, Sam, for supporting us. Best pool channel. Appreciate you. You get me. Big up to you. Lived in Malaysia for a year and a half. I always have a special place in my heart for that country. But it's funny because Man United went to Kuala Lumpur and the streets were empty, mate. You know, if Liverpool went to Kuala Lumpur, it would be full. Just saying. Even as bad as we are now. Getting labeled as not being able to retain now. This is true. I was telling this to Tom behind the scenes. I was like, bro, give me one back-to-back. Big up to Khadir, who says, I can't believe how far we have fallen. Same. Big up to Muhammad Herrera. Big up. Termakasse to you. As a Man United fan, trust me, you don't want a legend managing your club and failing. Ollie absolutely killed our fan base. Too much sentiment. It's even gonna be worse with Steven Gerrard because he means way more to Liverpool Football Club than Ollie does to Man United. Like Ollie would be like Divock Origi managing us. That's Ollie.
I still stand by it. Ollie wasn't actually as bad for United as people make out. He just got fucked over by the transfers he made in his last season. If he hadn't have been forced to take Ronaldo on who didn't press, United were doing something quite good there at that time.
8 Premier League games before Arsenal away. How many are we losing? The fact that your question is how many are we losing? See, this is the type of videos we play around here, not a camel moaning. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Get the likes up. You get me? And subscribe right here, right now. Thomas, Liverpool future manager. Where do we go from here? Next up, what should we do, etc., etc., etc.
You know my stance on this. I told you yesterday. I'm fine if we need to go and move on to a new manager. But my stance is that I think Liverpool can't settle now for a B tier to C tier project manager who needs time to come in, learn on the job, learn the players, learn how to manage in the Champions League, learn how to do this, learn how to do that. We haven't got the players for that now. We can't be sitting there trying to sell project to Florian Wirtz and Alexander Isak and Van Dijk and Salah and Szoboszlai and all that. We can't be doing that. These are players who want to be competing for the top trophies year in, year out. Project managers don't do that. So for me, I look at it going, we need an A-tier manager. We need an A-tier manager. We need a manager who comes in with a pedigree of being one of the best. Do I think any of them are available right now? Unless you can convince an Inzaghi to leave Saudi or something.
Oh, fuck off! He's not.
Not necessarily. I don't think these A-tier managers are available right this second. So what's the plan? You might need to interim. You might need to run interim till the end of the season. Because my stance is I would rather get an A-tier manager in the summer than settle for a B-tier manager now and watch all the A-tier managers go elsewhere in the summer. Whilst I'm stuck with a B-tier manager who we're now back at stage one of a process which we thought we'd left in the summer. Could you imagine the fume if we got in an Iraola right now and in the summer Nagelsmann, Alonso, Tuchel, all these top managers are available, but we can't.
Oh, you're back on the Tuchel stuff. Are you sure?
I'm just going for the managers who have pedigree in European football. You could go Zidane on that list. Zidane's on that list if you want.
Yeah.
I know you don't like him. Inzaghi's on that list. He's won league titles before.
Inzaghi's not on the list.
You can put these guys who've got pedigree of winning top honours in that list. We should be shopping for those level of managers. That's the level of manager we should be shopping for because that's where we should be at as a football club. So if we need to interim it to get to that point, to get to the summer, to get to the position where Alonso's available because Madrid get rid of him, Nagelsmann's available because he leaves after the World Cup, etc., etc., etc. I would rather interim it for 6 months and go get an A-tier manager who I believe is ready to win now and has pedigree of winning top honours consistently than go for a B-tier or C-tier manager who I've got to trust with a project for 2-3 years whilst they learn on the job and learn how to handle the pressure and learn this and learn that whilst my squad doesn't match that project standpoint. You can't spend 450 million quid and go, we're going to do project for 2 years. We're going to let the manager learn on the job for 2 years. I don't see how that works. So for me, I'm looking at interim for 6 months if it gets to it. If it gets to it and he goes, I'm interiming it for 6 months and then we go in the summer and attack for the top managers rather than go for something.
I'm not mad at the idea, Tom. What I would say, the person I'd go for if I could is Luis Enrique. His contract ends in 2027. So in the summer of 2026, he'll have a year left on his contract. That would be probably the only person I'd want to wait for. Otherwise, then we have to go and get someone else. If we can have that chat with Enrique and be like, look, if you don't sign a contract extension and we can buy you out for the last year at PSG, then that's what we'll do. And we'll run an interim from now until then. Otherwise, Tom, we are going to have to go and get someone. I'm not giving Slot the whole season because if we end up,
I'm not saying you have to give him. I'm not saying.
No, but I'm saying if we fall out of the Champions League spot, then it's going to be anarchy because we're going to have to sell a couple of big name players potentially just to keep the books afloat. Plus, it's going to affect our summer transfer business going forward. It will collapse everything, and we'll fall further away and have to rebuild again. So. I probably see it slightly different from you, Tom, in terms of getting a quote unquote less experienced manager, because I do think we have the squad of players there. So I don't think we're as reliant on the manager as we have been in the past under Klopp, for example. But I still understand where you're coming from in the sense that you want someone a bit more established. I don't think we have the egos like that in the team that will go, I'm not listening to this guy, because we could have done that with Slot. Slot didn't have a big name. One sec.
That's what we're saying now, though, isn't it?
No, but the reason why these players seem like they turn on Slot is because of his stubbornness, his arrogance, and his people and management skills. I think if you brought someone in because in the first season, he was seeming to get all those things right, and the boys loved him.
Exactly.
Like, from the first couple of training sessions in pre-season. Jones was coming out lauding him. Salah was speaking highly of him. All these players were speaking highly of him. That's not happening now because he, for whatever reason, has changed. If we go and get someone, and I'm not even saying they have to be a Klopp, but if we go and get someone who's tactically good but can motivate these players, I think we can get a very good tune out of these players. I think motivation at the moment is the key thing at the moment. It's motivation because they look fed up with the tactics. They look fed up with what they're being asked to do, and I don't blame them. I know we sit there and we go, players have got a job to do. They should carry out the job. If I was put in a situation where I'm set up to fail every single week, I'm going to lose faith in my manager. I'm going to sit there. I'm not going to be motivated to go to work. I'm not going to sit there enthused by doing my job. I'm going to sit there and go, it's about to go wrong and I'm going to get the crap for it. What's the point of me doing this? That's how they might feel.
Agreed.
Like if you're Kirkes and your manager tells you, I want you to be an inverted left back, but then I want you to overlap. When he knows in his heart of hearts, he's not great at being an inverted left back. And when he overlaps, he's not going to get the ball from Cody Gakpo. But Matt, we were doing the watch along. Remember when he did the overlap and Cody didn't pass him? Did you see his body language after that?
Yeah.
He threw his arms up and he walked back to the halfway line.
Fed up.
Because for the last 4 months, he's been asking someone in his own team to pass him the ball when he sprints as fast as he can to get out the pitch. And every single, I won't say every time, 9 times out of 10, he's ignored. Guys, these players are human beings. I can't crash out on the players because they're not being motivated. The tactics are wrong and the decisions are wrong. So of course they're going to be fed up. Of course they're not.
I've kept the energy the same on every single player from the beginning of the season till today. I don't think any player, including Konate, deserves as much criticism as people make out, because I just think that the system and the structure is asking everyone to do stuff that they're not comfortable with. And looking forward to the future, I'll be honest with you, when you look at like managers and stuff like that, Tom actually makes a very logical point, but it depends who's available in the summer, Tom. So Callum's point is also true. If Enrique gives me a guarantee he's coming in the summer, I'm with you.
Okay, so I hear that point. We could wait for the summer, and then the guys that we're talking about might not be available. So
Don't wait until the summer and get Glasner anyway, is my point.
If that's how you want to operate, that's fine. In the summer, those guys are free. Both Iraola and Glasner, who are the guys that people mentioned, the project guys, they're free in the summer. They're both out of contract, so you get them for free. So maybe that's another little bonus to that. But for me, I'm sitting there going, I don't know if you've seen, there's more drama with Alonso and Madrid today.
I've seen it, I've seen it,
To be honest, I believe Alonso made the wrong decision. Like,
so do I.
No, but if we commit to a manager,
that type of club ever.
If we commit to a manager, again, this is just how I feel. So you might feel differently, that's fine. But if I sat there now and we went and got Iraola in January, and then in the summer I see Nagelsmann available and I see Alonso available, but I'm stuck, for lack of a better term, with Iraola because we're not going to sack a manager after 6 months.
Madrid fan, see?
I'm going to sit there and be livid with it because they're the A-tier level of manager. And I think Liverpool have moved beyond. Iraola would have been the good appointment 18 months ago. Glasner would have been the right appointment 18 months ago. But I feel like we've tried to move on from that.
But what if they come in and do really well, Tom? Let's say they come in and they get a second place we finish within 5 points of Arsenal. Then could you not arguably say, even though those are A-list managers, we still got a manager who's still taking us in the right direction, so we shouldn't be too critical of it?
Potentially, yeah.
Because it's a 50-50 whether it's going to work or not. Yeah. It's not.
Everything's a gamble. This is what. Sorry, Tom. I know you're going to say your point. No, actually, go on, bro. You finish your point.
It was just everything is a gamble, but it's about what gamble are you going to go for? For me, I look at Iraola and I look at Glasner and I go, they're good managers. They've got Premier League quality. They've done well at Bournemouth and they've done well at Crystal Palace. The jump up from a Bournemouth and a Crystal Palace to a Liverpool, especially with the pressure that's going to be on after replacing Arne Slot and the way that's ended, is going to be exponentially bigger. Do I think these managers could handle it? They could do. Do I think it's a bigger gamble to ask an Iraola or a Glasner to handle it than an Alonso or a Nagelsmann or a Tuchel or a Inzaghi or a fucking whoever you want, Zidane. Yes, I think it's a bigger gamble to ask them. Do I think that... I just don't want to be hearing we get this new manager in, top managers go elsewhere, and I've got to sit there in September, October, and here the guy's learning on the job. He's learning how to manage a club the size of Liverpool, because that's what's like with Rodgers.
I understand what you're saying, but my problem is that if we wait until the summer, and again, remember, everything's a gamble. For all we know, Slot could turn this around, but I just don't believe he will, right?
Bro, all this wait until the summer, we could lose the next 2 games. What wait?
I'm not saying
keep
on Slot till the end of the season. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I've said you can enter me.
Because I wanted to
Let me ask
say,
Matt a question. Can you, as you're speaking, just address the elephant in the room? Klopp till the end of the season.
I've always said this about Jurgen. I'm going to be consistent with it. I wouldn't say no, but I just feel like out of respect for him, you see, when he left the club in a great way. Look at how are we returning the favor by leaving us in it, 11th place, and he's got to galvanize the squad. And look how tired the man said he was tired. Do you know how much energy he's gonna have to use now to get us back to where? And the thing is, he can do it. But I just feel like he's disrespectful. I feel like, all jokes aside, yeah, this is how I see it. You see how Tom, you was talking about, like, let's say we got a Glasner or something, a rare. He's doing well, but you're sitting there going, could we've got somebody else? That's where the Jurgen Klopp could come into play. At least give him a bit more time to see maybe if he wants to come back, or maybe if there are other options out there. I just feel like we have to act now, because my worry is this manager will continue doing what he's doing, and you're just going to see Liverpool drop down the table. And like what Cal said, and I said this yesterday to my brethren, I was like, if we don't finish outside the top 4, that's a major worry, because that's the minimum requirement. Even from like from a money perspective, financials, all them commercial deals, kit deals, they all have clauses. TV, they all have clauses in them. It's just that Liverpool would never expected these clauses to ever be a thing. We can't get into that position because, like, there will be, I won't say fire sale, but we would have to make those horrible changes that we don't want to have to go through. That's why we have to fix the issue now. It's like if you've got a leak in the house, in like wherever the leak is, you will go and call the person to try and fix. You can't wait and just go, I'll give it a couple of days and maybe it just gets a little bit better, or you can't give that time. You have to act now. We are leaking goals at an extreme rate. We have had back-to-back defeats, 3-0. We're Liverpool. We've been hammered 3-0 twice.
Apparently, it's the first time since the 60s or something that's happened.
And do you want to know? Do you know I didn't realize this stat?
All the wrong records.
Do you know I didn't notice this stat? Someone told me. I can't remember the exact thing, but where we ranked in possession last year was around 5th in the league. You know, this year we actually ranked 1st in possession. But you know, but the thing is, though, we're fans. We watch the game. We see with our eyes. You see, when we keep saying the style of play, the structure, all this possession and no penetration. Pause. Yeah? Bare possession. Not penetrating the defense. All this side to side, back to back. There's nothing there. It's empty passes. Do you know what our game plan is? It's so simple. Virgil gets the ball. You know when Slot spoke about Ten Hag and how he dissected the tactics so quickly. I'm gonna do this right now. Watch this. Alisson gets the ball, gives it to Virgil. Virgil looks up. There's a diag, he plays it to Salah. Everyone does this. Wait there, hold back. Let him cook. Salah tries to cook, loses the ball. Everyone goes into transition, and we start panicking. That is our game plan. That is our game plan. The other game plan is, okay, cool. Virgil, give it to Kanate. Kanate, give the ball to Kirkes. Kirkes, you give the ball to Gravenberch. Gravenberch, you give the ball to Cody. Kirkes does his same old overlap. Cody looks up, acts like he's going to pass, and he shoots. That is our tactics. And Isak, by the way, yeah, you're just going to be doing shuttle runs. You're going to get about 15 touches of the ball. That's our tactics. That's Liverpool Football Club.
That's who we are right now.
All we do is sit there fanning around with it on the edge of the box, give it to the wingers. If the wingers can't beat 4 men and put a good ball into the box, we lose the ball and then we have to go run back and do the old thing again.
The manager thinks Salah and Cody Gakpo are freaking Yamal, and I'll just give an example, and Kvaratskhelia. Like in terms of like taking on their defenders, they can drive with the ball. The difference between driving with the ball and actually being able to get past your man with some technical now, shall we say. These men struggle in these situations. They're good in transition. The problem is everyone treats us the same now. They don't respect. No, they don't respect. Everything's a low block in it. So you've got to find a way to break down that low block. But in it, we don't have players capable in 1v1 situations that are competent enough to do it at a high volume. Do you know who could have done that? Diaz. But the problem is he was never replaced. Not him per se. His profile wasn't replaced. Hence why, go back to the point, me and Carl and others were saying we need another winger in the team that can do what he can do. Take on your defender.
He has that though.
No, I know.
I get what you're saying, but my frustration isn't that we don't have that. We do. And I'm not even going to say Ingamoa. Chiesa beats his man.
But not like that, though, Tom. I know what you're saying. He can. Chiesa, for me, can be, but I wouldn't say consistently, like on a, let's say 60-40.
Right, so we know what Ingamoa does, because even in the 10 minutes Ingamoa got, he beat his man 3 times.
Yeah.
Now, the quality of final pass maybe wasn't there, but he beat his man 3 times.
Of course.
Chiesa, I think, beats his man more often than not. The problem is, what we've seen from him this season, because I go to the game against Southampton, that's about the only one he's played on the fucking wing. All the rest of the time he's played as a false 9. When against Southampton, he was man of the match. He was beating his man constantly down the wing and putting James Bolton into the box. Chiesa.
Chiesa weren't playing on the wing against Southampton.
He was, because Isak was up front.
Are you talking? Oh, sorry, you're talking about Southampton. You were talking about Palace. Sorry.
No, I was on about Southampton.
Oh,
sorry,
Palace. No. Palace.
No, Palace. He went up front again because he played Kieran Morrison.
Yeah, he played.
So that Southampton game, he got man of the match. He was on the wing, and he was beating his man and putting balls into the box. So we have guys that can do it. And it comes back to a point that was made earlier about like, he insists on playing Salah the whole time. Why can't we buy a backup for him? We do have a backup for him. He doesn't use him. That's a separate problem. But
the question is, sorry, Tom. The problem is he's not Salah's backup. Or he shouldn't be Salah's backup. He should be our starting left winger.
That's a separate conversation, and we can have that. As it stands, though, he should be on paper the Salah backup. If Salah's in bad form, or if Salah needs a rest, Chiesa should be on the right. That's not what happens because Salah doesn't get rested, and then we end up in situations like we're in now where the team has to go through him because it's the only fucking thing they know how. I know we're talking about transfers, and I want to bring it back to the manager point just real quick with you. I'm not against an interim. If we sack Arnie Slot now, what's your move? Are you going for a Iraola or a Glasner, or are you going interim until the end of the season, and then we'll assess in the summer?
I think right now, if I'm being honest, maybe an interim, because the interim could do really well, and then you think you might keep him, or if the interim doesn't do as well as you thought he did, he can still be replaced. I think that probably will be the safest move. I think maybe committing a bit too early could be a bit problematic potentially, because again, the interim has a massive job to do, whoever the manager is, because one thing is improving Liverpool, but Liverpool need fixing. It's not just improvement. We need fixing. Do we think
it's a massive job? Or do you think it's just a case of getting the good feeling back? And then
I think it's a massive job, personally.
No, see, I think it's not a massive job, but I think it's a bigger fix than what people realize. Because when you got players that are disillusioned with the manager and players that are, dare I say it, they're getting too used to losing. That's a big issue for me. Because when you keep losing games and confidence drops, I've said this many a times. When you lose your confidence, you could be the worst player. You could look like the worst player in the world. And none of them have confidence at all. And I think for someone to galvanize the squad, that's first thing. You got to galvanize the squad and get the players on side. Then next thing is you need to find a structure that works for this team. And let's be real, we've got great players, but I feel like some of the profiles that we have might not necessarily blend the best together. But that's for the manager to figure out, whether that's a formation, structure. Do you get what I'm saying? Like instructions. So it's not the biggest job in the world, but it's a job that it can't be overlooked and just think, oh, you could just bring in kind of like any type of manager and it's just going to solve it. Do you see what I'm saying?
I think an awful lot gets fixed if you just get the good feeling back in the football club.
You think so?
Because when I look at Liverpool now, a lot of the problems I'm seeing, there are structural problems. I can ignore them. But if I look at where we went wrong on Saturday, we lost, and it's been on a number of games. We've just lost individual battles throughout. We've shirked tackles. We've not wanted it enough, and that then has a drip-on effect where it gives the other team confidence. We lose ours, and then we lose the game. Interim's a funny thing. I could see Jurgen Klopp going back to do interim only. I don't see Jurgen Klopp coming back full time. I could see Jurgen Klopp coming back for 6 months with no pressure of following on afterwards.
Shall I be honest with you? This could be completely unpopular, this opinion. I love Jurgen Klopp. I really do.
You don't
want
favorite
manager of all time.
Needs rest, innit?
Not just the rest thing. I don't think Jurgen Klopp suits a role of being an interim. I don't think he's a quick fix manager. I think he's a manager who likes to get his feet under the table, really assess things, and then take the club to the next level. And I think in order to do that, he needs time. I don't think Jurgen Klopp coming in for 6 months, will he do better than Slot? Possibly. But I don't think he's an interim type manager. You've got interim type managers out there, but I don't think he works as an interim. And I don't even know if he'd want to do interim.
What would be your suggestion then, Callum?
Or would you even do interim? Would you just commit now?
I think interim. You're asking the question who Husam just said, who like basically are the interim managers. The thing is, I don't know. That's me being honest. I
had to look at the unemployed manager yesterday because if you're going to get an interim, it'll be a guy who's unemployed, more likely than not. I had to look at the unemployed list yesterday, and the names on there, you're looking at Terzic, who was the Dortmund manager. You're looking at Marco Rose, who was the Leipzig manager. You're looking at that point again, like Thiago Motta, but would he do an interim job? Probably not. And then again, then you get into your Gerrards, who would just be feel good feeling of, you know, the team doesn't need all that much tactically, but you get Stevie Gerrard in, the fans are going to be 110% behind him. The players have to follow suit.
Would you take Xavi?
Xavi wouldn't do interim. But
let's just say he did.
If he, I'd take most people for an interim. It's 6 months.
Are you slot out now, buddy? I haven't asked. Are you still slot in?
I am getting splinters from my answer.
Are you splinters?
Mm-hmm.
Are you not? So you're not slot out yet?
If he was to go, I can't argue it in the way that I would have done beforehand. I don't want.
I don't put you on the spot, and it's fine, by the way. Like, I don't put you on the spot, but I feel like you're slot out. The fact that you're kind of like you're accepting what's being said, so to speak, and not only that, you're scouring your laptop for managers. I kind of know that. I kind of know.
I don't want him to lose his job, but I also think that it's probably the only outcome that's going to happen at this point. I like him as a bloke, but I think it's probably the only outcome that's going to happen at this point. So that's all you'll get from me.
Have you not seen the news about Arne Slot? This is from The Athletic. Slot, it says Liverpool head coach Arne Slot pulled out of receiving an award in Manchester on Sunday night following his side's 3-0 home defeat by Nottingham Forest on Saturday. Slot won the Football Writers Association Northern Manager of the Year award after going Liverpool to the Prem last season. The Dutchman had been due to collect the award in person, but pulled out on the morning of the awards dinner.
Shout out to Brazy man them. The reason I feel I can do this because Brazy's been supporting both channels and knows us for a while. Shall I tell you another thing I worry about is Klopp's style with pressing. We don't have players in this team that can press like what he had at Liverpool before. Like, we just don't. Like, Gakpo can't press to save his life. Salah nowadays can't press to save his life. Isak is okay at best at pressing. Matt can't really press, in my opinion. You wouldn't really want Grav to be pressing if he's the DM. Sobbo can do it. like I don't see how that would work with Klopp. Like,
Yeah.
we ain't got presses in the team.
Who
like.
aired Matt? Don't try.
Oh, it's because I mentioned about Slot and the he missed the Football Managers Association year of the war team.
Yeah, but now imagine how shit it would be him going.
This is what I'm saying. Yeah, I didn't see it as an air. I just thought, you know what, the silence.
I guess it's just sad, guys. We can't
sad,
do
isn't it?
like it's
Silence
just
is
sad
definitely,
news.
bro.
Man said they aired Matt. No, we're all depressed.
The thing is, he couldn't
Go
win
on,
either
Eric,
way.
we're in depression mode. Why you want me to say, oh wow, Slot didn't collect his individual award? F the
Could you
individual
imagine?
award.
Could you imagine the reaction if he did go to that and get that individual award? Though
Yeah.
people would see that.
Hopefully-
Arsenal-
Yeah, like
Hopefully he was in a meeting with the directors and they told him, like, if you
not
don't
airing,
win,
bro. It's depression.
if you don't win against West Ham, I swear we will kick you out of this club.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying?
Bomba Clot.
Cal, I am going to ask you for an answer on them. I know Matt put me on the spot and I didn't answer, so you might well do the same thing. Would you go into him, or are you just going to go? We'll get someone in now. We'll get a Glasner or a Iraola now.
Wait, Cal, don't answer until he answers whether he's slot in or slot out.
He's getting splinters. He's on the fence.
No, I need to know. Because I know, just say it. It's okay. It's okay.
I can't bring myself to say it about a person I actually like.
Tom, you did it for Jurgen Klopp, bro.
That was out of love.
A better manager.
That was out of love. That wasn't that I want you out because you're...
I don't know who to go to first. I'm going to go to you, Tom, as Liverpool got smacked up today. What are you saying?
I'll just keep talking then. How about I just keep talking and no one can hear this? What happens then? What happens then? What do we...
Jürgen, mate, I love you, but it's time to go.
You know, we made a whole rap song from that, right?
It was said out of love.
You know, we made a whole rap song from the whole Jurgen, mate. You know this, right? Have you guys ever heard it, Matt? and-
Nah, not even.
He did a pact and
Ooh,
potion.
you guys.
Yes.
Yes.
I heard him saying that he said, I was surprised for going in. He's incredible boy. Wonderful. I'm not sure, I don't hear that, but people told me that the crowd was already singing his name. It's just great.
Jürgen, mate, I love you, but it's time to go.
Got to mix these packs and potions. No peace till I put a sim in a burner. I'm on a block like Werner. Backroad Laker. Fully paid bro. I'm an earner. If I pass, I'm a head top turner. Them elders are washed like Sammy Kadira. And they should start calling me uncle because when I speak on these beats, they get murdered. Bam, 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 bam.
Vamos, Tom.
Oh my day.
Bam, 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 bam. That part at the end is my favorite.
See, people don't realise that was for charity. That was for 100 quid to go to charity. So
I
like,
will
you're
say
not
this though,
gonna get that at
Tom's
any
got more
point.
composure than Arnie Slot, blood. I'll be real, fam.
He's got more composure than you
I
driving a bike as well.
I done it for charity, mate.
Oh, what a rainy day. Look at Matthew on his new bike. Matthew, what you want? Don't slap, Matthew. Oh, God. Matthew, you all right?
He's got more composure when Callum grows 3 hair follicles.
Come on. Let me have a quick. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Come on. You lot see that? Yeah. You lot see that? Clean. That's so. I didn't even do anything to you today.
No,
Yeah,
neither did
you
I,
didn't do
bro.
anything
That
either.
was so uncalled for. Let me see that Matthew one again.
Oh yeah, like you playing the camel song with my mom outside the room, yeah? The camel
That
video.
was-
How
that was
can
today,
I
though, was it?
explain her it's a camel?
Show her the video.
No. Because
That
it's
would
impossible to explain.
that
I
would
think the
explain
video-
it though,
no,
wouldn't
but
it?
the video is just a bit like, even the video is just a bit mental, bro.
Yeah, and why are they playing that?
Because
She'll
you don't
probably
like it.
say Matt and Callum are racist because I'm Arab.
Oh my, you know what? I swear down, bro.
Boys, I'll go.
Anyway,
Oh,
Don't go down
my
that route,
solution is
I'll
Xavi
ask
Hernandez,
something
guys.
for Cal. You've got till Friday to answer me question. Then
No, I'll answer it now, and you're not gonna like it, and you'll say, "Shut up." I'd run Gerrard as interim.
Okay, so
not
Callum,
against
I'll Uno reverse the question on you. What happens if Gerrard comes in as interim and he wins the Champions League as manager?
And we celebrate and we assess it in the summer.
That's a
We
lie.
can't.
You're the biggest lying hypocrite. You will sit here and you will say, give him a contract. Stop it.
No, because
You will do the Rio on
No.
Ollie 100%.
No, because again, it depends what he does in the league. If he continues to tank in the league, because this
If we finish fifth and win the Champions League,
it has. I have to see. I have to see how it looks in the season. Shall I tell you what though? What I'll be real with you. You see the whole notion that we should go all in on the Champions League and forget the Prem. Shall I tell you why I don't like that? Because it just means our Prem form is going to get even worse, and if we don't win the Champions League, it gets even worse.
this is true.
Because that's what happened with Man United and Spurs. They went all in with Europa. Spurs could come out of it and go, yeah, I know we finished crap in the league, but look what we got. Man United can't. Man United will forever be known as a team that finished 15th in the league that season. We cannot afford to just sacrifice trophies and competitions. Hence why I so peed off about the Carabao. But it's cool. Yeah, run me Gerrard, man. Thiago Alcantara's assistant. Run it.
I'm here for Alcantara though in the coaching department though.
Run
I'm here
it,
for it.
run it, man.
I'm
Luis
here
Garcia,
I am
set
here for
piece coach. Fuck it. Let's do the boys club. Let's
Run
go.
it, man.
I'm here for it still.
Sammy Hippia, defensive coach. You
Yeah, I was
get
gonna
me?
say the only person I don't want back is Carragher, but everyone else can run.
Why not?
Carragher says a bit too much.
Yeah, miss
sometimes.
me out.
I think
Bun it.
he'd
Get
have to go.
Igor
yeah.
Biscan on the coaching staff as well. Bun it, run it, man.
With
Jimmy
Charo as well.
Chiro is doing a thing at the moment as well. Run it, man.
Have you seen Albert Riera's like a good manager nowadays?
Yeah, run
Get
it,
him
man.
in.
Torres can be the fitness trainer. You see how hench.
Bring back Ryan Babel as well. He can speak to Cody. You know them ones.
Fact. No, I don't think Ryan can get a tune out of Cody. But anyway, you man, I'm gonna shoot.
Wow.
Big up you, man.
Blood
Big
clot.
ups.
Okay, big up, Callum. See you later.
Big up, man.
Take it easy,
See
brothers.
you, Habibi. See you. Man said ban Cal. We're not gonna ban Cal. I'm closer to banning you, Bell. Where's the watch along thumbnail, huh? Bum ass. Anyway. So guys, what are we doing now? My solution is Xavi Hernandez, chat. That's my solution. Either Klopp interim Enrique summer or Xavi now, is what a red line of Terranga is saying. This whole Enrique in the summer. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys reckon if we went to Enrique now, we'd be able to get him onto PSG?
Not right now. No.
Why?
I think
Tell me why.
because it's
Legit.
mid-season
it would
and
depend on us. He needs to get to the end of the season and get to see how he feels.
yeah, you can't. His project is really important, isn't it? They've just won a Champions League. I think they're obviously their favorites again for League R, which I think they'll probably just win again. But it's again, Enrique, you know, he's a ambitious manager. He'll probably try. He's going to want to try and win the Champions League again. Why would he leave a club where he's been given all the players that he's needed? He's comfortable there. He's doing well.
Do you truly believe we can get Enrique out of PSG like legit?
You have to wait till the end of the season, but I still think he wouldn't join Liverpool. I think he's still too tied to PSG, but things can change at the end of a season.
I think it's entirely dependent on how he feels at the end of the season. If at the end of the season he feels he's done everything he can at PSG, I don't see why we wouldn't be in the mix. Type thing. A lot of managers would want the Liverpool job, especially with the squad we've got. A lot of managers would want that job.
I think your point is not illogical regarding the whole interim thing. Like, your point is very valid. You know, my only fear, and I'll be honest with you, like, and it's a legitimate fear, I think even you would agree, is that you end up like waiting until the summer and you get someone you could have gotten anyway in December. You get what I'm saying?
I would rather. I'd probably rather do that anyway, because I've always.
Yeah, but the dominoes might fall in a way where you don't like. Meaning, Hansi Flick leaves Barcelona, Enrique goes to Barcelona as an example. Hansi Flick goes to PSG, blah, blah, blah. Like, you get what I'm saying, right? Like, everyone that you would quote unquote.
There's still the option. There's still
end
more
up
options
going
there.
anyway to somewhere else. Like, oh, Nagelsmann is the new Bayern coach because company didn't.
He won't go back to Bayern though.
I know what you mean.
So,
He wouldn't go back to Bayern.
There's managers.
But timing is everything, Tom. You're right. Timing is. You see, timing. To Tom's point, is correct. You know, in a sense of, it's this. I've said this about transfers.
Yeah, but it
Timing
has
is
the
key.
reverse effect, Matt.
No, I know. But what the thing is, yeah, someone like an Enrique, I don't think you can get out of PSG right now. That is an end of season thing. So to Tom's point about interim, it probably is the smartest and safest option rather than going all in now for a manager and being stuck. And then, like Tom's saying, say these managers that we're speaking about, let's just say Enrique has a bad end to a season or whatever, PSG aren't happy. That's when you can try and get those type of managers.
Enrique has a great end to the season, wins the league again, wins another Champions League, and goes, my job is done. I'm ready to move on to something new. Or
Yeah, that's
again,
true.
there's so many. With this being a World Cup year, there's always major manager overhaul in summers after a World Cup because national teams get rid of their managers and bring new ones in. So then clubs lose their managers and have to bring new ones in, and it starts a merry-go-round of jobs. So I don't want to miss out on that merry-go-round because good managers will become available. And worst case scenario is we get none of them, and I'm left with getting what I could have got in January, which is probably what I'd rather do anyway, because I've never personally agreed with getting managers in at the halfway point of the season. I think that it more often than not it hangs them out to dry because they come in, there's expectations, but they haven't got the training.
But you guys are missing my point.
System,
I feel like none of you have responded to my point. Okay, hear me.
What
out.
is your point then?
What's your
Yeah,
point,
I'll
bro?
tell
Go on, bro.
Okay,
Yeah.
Terzic till the end of the season. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Interim manager, blah blah blah. No problem. Problem solved.
Mhm.
Come May time, the managers that we want, the world class managers, whatever, Nagelsmann, Enrique, these 3-4 options.
Yeah.
Enrique ends up going to Barcelona. Hansi Flick ends up going to wherever. My issue with that thing in the interim is it's a double-edged sword. You might wait until the summer, and then the managers that you want end up going elsewhere.
Okay.
Pep announces he's leaving Man City,
I
and
understand
Nagelsmann
that.
is the new
Yeah.
City coach.
Brilliant. Get that.
So then what happens? We end up getting like a Glasner who could have gotten right now.
We understand that.
But you get him in a better situation where he can come in, and instead of having to come in mid-season and try and implement tactics on the fly with minimal training time, he gets a summer where he's got a full pre-season to implement his vision and his ideas. He gets a full summer for that. He gets transfer window for that, and he can come in and start the season on better footing than if he came in mid-season when everyone's down, when everyone's a bit meh, when he hasn't got the time on the training pitch to implement his tactics because you're playing every 3 days, every 4 days, because you're still in the Premier League, you're still in the Champions League, whatever. I've always felt that it's better off if you're going to go and appoint a manager for a number of years. If you're going to go, this is the manager we want for the future, you give him the best possible situations to succeed in. And for me, that best possible situation, if it ends up being an Iraola or a Glasner, is coming in the summer and getting a full summer to work on what they want to work on, rather than coming in now and having to tinker with it, try and figure it out. Fans then get on the back as they're going, we hired you for this and you're not doing that, yada, yada, yada. You're not going to like it. It's the exact same thing what happened to Amorim last season. Amorim came in, he had fucking no time to train with the players because they're playing every 3 days. So the system looks shit, the players look shit, the fans look angry. Once he gets to the summer, he's already climbing up a fucking hill to get back to where he should be when he was appointed in terms of goodwill feeling. But once he's had a summer where he can work with them, you sit there and go, oh, that system looks a bit competent. Those players look like they understand it a little bit more. So rather than us go through the 6 months where we're massively inconsistent and the manager's stressing out and the players look confused and we sit there and we have 6 months of anger with a new manager, get into him. I've got zero fucking, long-term investment in. And then in the summer, I sit there, if I have to, if I can't get any A-tier managers, I sit there in the summer, look at my B-tier manager that I get in and go, well, at least now you're in the best possible situation because you get a full summer and a full preseason to assess where you want to be. You get a full summer and a full preseason to implement your ideas. So on day one of the season, that first game of the season, I can see what you're trying to do. I'll be able to see what you're trying to implement. That's what I'll see. It's better for me. That's always
I'll give you both a very direct question.
You go.
Zidane as Liverpool manager tomorrow. You accept or you don't accept?
As interim?
No, Liverpool manager straight up.
No. Interim has to be interim. And he wouldn't take interim. He's too big of a personality to take interim.
He's not my first choice, but it's not it's not the worst thing. If it's a case of I have to get my long-term appointment tomorrow, and he'll probably be one of the only options available, I'd have to go.
When was the last time Zidane coached? What was the year the last time Zidane coached? What was the year?
2021.
I would happily give Zidane a 3-year contract right now.
Bro, Tom, I'll ask Tom. And Tom, you play again. Tom, when was the last time he coached?
2020, 2021.
Husam, we're going mad if we're giving
Think about it. All these players' confidence is down.
I understand that.
Don't say you understand. Wait. All of them, their confidence is down. Back to back Champions Leagues. He knows how to handle egos. He got the best out of Cristiano Ronaldo and all the players over there at Real Madrid. He literally was one trophy away from winning the 6-2 in his second season. He won 5 trophies at Real Madrid. If it wasn't for a Danilo dumbass mistake, they would have won 6 trophies. He knows how to handle a big club. He is a man that as soon as he walks into that dressing room, everyone will listen. Every single player. Someone in the chat just caps locked. He had top players. We have top players, motherfucker. That's the point.
You know.
Can I say, Sam? Tom, sorry, Tom. Can I quickly respond to Sam?
You go.
Yeah, sorry, quickly, bro. Husam, I understand what you're saying, but like Tom said, the man hasn't managed for 4 years, and not only that, as much as I rate Zidane, I don't think I could sit there honestly and say he was the greatest tactician. Although I think he was an amazing manager and he got the best out of his players. So I guess it doesn't really matter. But you see in the Premier League and how the Premier League, like how the league plays football, it is so different to La Liga. It is unreal. Like Zidane is used to the short passing and the pressing is not really going to be as intense. He would have to learn along the way. We need someone, in my opinion, that has that bit of experience. If Zidane was like still coaching and he didn't take such a break, then maybe. But the fact that you're talking about a guy who is great, by the way, I think Zidane, what he done at Real Madrid was amazing. But you can't be missing for that long and think you're still the guy. You just can't, in my opinion. Prime example. I know I wish Cal was here, but look at Conor McGregor when he took like a year out or whatever, or a year and a half when he had that fight.
That's fighting, though.
No, I understand that because he's talented. The point is, you see, when you're a manager or a coach, you can't be too long out of a job. You can't.
I disagree. No.
Especially in my opinion, especially if it's like a different league. If Zidane was going back to La Liga, Husam, I think he would be okay. But going to the Prem and him just being on the sidelines for 4 years, I think that's too much of a gamble, and it's a gamble already. But I think we're doing too much.
Also, the biggest fucking issue would be, do I get a guarantee from him that when Deschamps leaves in the summer, he doesn't just go, love me 6 months here, but I'm going to manage France? Because he seems to me like the kind of guy who wants to manage Real Madrid and France, and that's it. He's got nothing else to achieve. He doesn't need to go elsewhere to improve his standing. He doesn't need to go elsewhere. And the whole thing of he comes into the dressing room and commands respect. Don't disagree. He would do. He's a legend of the game.
100%.
Do you not? In the same breath, though, do you not think if Steven Gerrard walked into that dressing room, people in that dressing room would go, "Oh fuck, it's Steven Gerrard"?
100%, course they
100%. But Zidane is like the only okay. Gerrard is in the A caliber of players. Zidane is in the A star caliber of players.
Yes. But Zidane is an A star.
Would you be shocked if we get Zidane and we win like 2 out of the 3 next Champions Leagues? We're on.
No, I'm not saying no, but
there you are.
You've also got to factor in.
I feel like I could bring in.
And also, the reason why you're fighting analogy is fraudulent. Let me tell you why you're fighting analogy is fraudulent. Do any of you know how to swim?
I can't swim. I'll be real.
Tom? You're not helping. Yes.
I can't swim, blood.
Okay, I can swim.
Bone density is a real thing.
This summer, what happened?
What, this summer?
No, okay. I don't know why that's funny. Is there like an inside joke between you two?
No. I was just making a joke. The chat would know when I mean bone density, but it's cool. Yeah, go on.
Oh, so anyway, in the summer, it had been like a year and a half since the last time I swam. But we went to an area with a massive swimming pool. I went into that pool immediately and I swam normally. You don't know why? You don't forget how to swim. You don't forget how to manage. You don't forget how to be a football coach. With fighting, it's different.
That's an even fucking worse analogy, Husam.
No, but let me tell you. Can I finish, fuckface?
No, it's a fucking worse analogy. It's a worse analogy.
Because fighting, you have to be able to have a certain fitness level. You have to have able certain preparation level. And also, the reason why Conor went to the shits is not just the fact that he didn't fight for a year. It's the fact that he got 100-something million from the Floyd fight. So he didn't have the same motivation. But
what's Zidane been doing?
Go on, Tom. Go on, I'll let Tom go because I know Tom's going to probably say what I'm
so
saying.
your analogy with swimming is even worse because do you want to know what changes in swimming in 4 years? What changes in swimming in 4 years? Fuck all. The water doesn't change. The lay of the land
The
doesn't
football
change.
pitch doesn't change.
The tactics change.
Yeah,
The
and he
tactical
can
landscape changes. The opposition that he plays changes. A lot changes in football in 4 years.
Look what's changed in the
Fuck all
Premier League.
changes
You
in
see how
swimming.
even the whole see how they're saying now football in the Premier League is even more physical,
At least
even
in
more long
fighting,
balls.
the type of fighters you come up against in 4 years will change their styles.
Yeah.
In football, football is a very different thing from what it was 4 years ago, and it'll be a very different thing in 4 years' time. Football changes so quickly nowadays. So
The league is dominated by set pieces now. Let's be real. Like, as much as we like to joke about
Matt is talking about the stereotype. I just googled it. You're such
What's
a
that?
fraud. Look at you trying to get me cancelled.
What?
You're basically saying black people can't swim.
I said it. No, I never said that though. Of course there are. I'm just saying that I can't. I'm
I
saying that
just
I
googled
can't.
it. Is there a stereotype about black people in
So,
swimming? And the first one
I've
is
never
like,
said.
yes,
I said
due to
I'm talking about
racism and
myself.
racial segregation.
I'm talking about I'm allowed to do that. I'm allowed to say that about myself. Yeah. Big up the real ones that know. See, the others can do that. That's what I'm saying. Some people's bone density is just different. You get me? But anyways, what I was gonna say is this year.
You do realize swimming is like the easiest thing you can learn. Why don't you learn it? I think it's the easiest
Who
thing.
said swimming is? I don't think it is. You know.
And to be honest, it's like
I don't think so.
I look at swimming as like cooking and cleaning and stuff. It's just
Yeah,
a
of
life
course.
thing that you need to
No,
learn.
cooking and cleaning it is way easier to do than swimming.
But
What
what
we
if,
doing
like,
here?
one day you need to swim or something?
No, but who said I wasn't learning to swim? Or who said that? Like I'm just not a great swimmer.
You said that.
Let me
No, I
rephrase it.
said-
I'm not a great swimmer. I'm not the greatest of swimmers, but I wouldn't say I'm like a.
I'm not Michael Phelps, yani, but I can swim. That's it. You really think I'm out here doing like
No, I hear it.
butterfly
I hear it.
I
Listen,
can swim, yani.
you
That's
mentioned.
it.
Yeah, I did mention bone density. Facts. I did. I know why. Like,
Okay, can I
but
understand
anyway.
the bone density joke?
Oh my god.
Can I understand it? I don't want to be left out of jokes.
No.
Maybe I
I'm
can
just-
use it against you in the future.
Some of the chat will know, innit? This is what I'm saying, but we need to focus. We need to stay focused. Stay in the car, guys. Stay in the car. Yeah. What I was gonna say is this, yeah. In regards to the Zidane thing, the set pieces, yeah, are a major factor. The physicality is a major factor. You think Zidane is now gonna have to learn this on a fly and still keep Liverpool afloat? Joke to the swimming. You think that's going to happen? Zidane's going to need an adaptation period. But the problem is we can't have an adaptation period, my bro. We are in serious problems, and you want to bring in a manager who hasn't coached for 4 years. Blood, please. We'll be cooked. Zidane is not the answer. We're better off getting Gerrard than Zidane. How about that?
I'm telling you right now, I can't wait for Zidane becoming
doesn't make
Liverpool
my top
manager,
pick.
and then we win back-to-back Champions
Because
League.
Gerrard would
becoming Liverpool
understand
manager,
the English
He's
football
not
better
becoming
than
Liverpool
Zidane.
manager though.
Not saying he's a better
The-
manager, but understand it, bro.
This notion that Zidane's going to become Liverpool manager, where's he given any inclination that he?
I don't know.
Tom, would
that he
you
wants
take
to manage the
Mourinho
Premier
to
League?
the end of the season?
No,
No,
he's got a job. He's got a job anyway.
At Benfica, he would quit tomorrow.
No, he
No,
wouldn't.
Husam, see this. Don't you know what's happening? You're kind of crashing out in a sense of
Guys,
looking for any manager.
Matt,
You're looking for
let's do
any
it again.
manager.
Matt, let's do it again. We're back to the same situation we had 2 years ago when Klopp announced he was going. He went, you know what? Let's go get Mourinho in for a year, and then we'll get Sergio Ramos in as well, and then we'll just have happy-go-lucky Real Madrid 2012 again.
Fuck me.
There are good managers coming available. Let's not
But
jump
what
the
this
gun.
does tell me, more importantly, what this does tell me is everyone's just sick and tired of the manager. Like the fact that we're having this conversation now, this tells you everything that you need to know. I think this is the fan base as a whole, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? So
It's a
Big
very
up
simple
to
situation for us.
to Jamrock, who says, when's the last time Fede played 60 plus minutes with the first team? When has he started the Premier League game to see if it works? Mo is no longer 4,000 minutes a season, need rotation. I agree. Like, obviously, Chiesa deserves to start games, but my overall point, Jamrock, about this forever has been it doesn't make a difference. Doesn't make a difference. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Liverpool Football Club. Now, hear me out. Hear me out first. I know some of you guys might be going absolutely crazy.
This is old school
Mourinho's
Husam, you know.
washed. Mourinho's done at the
He's
top
he's back
level.
in the old
He's
little prison
ready to
room.
manage a club like Liverpool right now. He just failed at Roma, all of that good stuff. I know. Just stick around. Hear me out. Like the video. This video is private. You're never gonna see it ever again.
I know that's the old background. That's why Sam just started out. You know, that's the old background.
Let's bear in mind,
go on.
since that time as well that he's done that video, not only he failed at Roma, then he failed at Fenerbahce, and now he's underperforming at Benfica, and yet Husam wants to bring him in to be the guy to
No, I'm
save
just
our
giving
season.
example. I'm just giving example.
No, come on, there's better you can do than that. I'd rather Gerrard than Mourinho.
That's what I said as well. I'd rather, because at least he understands interim, like he understands the job at hand. And I think, like you said, Sam, I think them looking at my man going, fucking hell, that's Gerrard. Like we gotta this is Steven Gerrard here. Do you get what I'm saying?
Get Stevie to stop this rot, then go for Ancelotti in the summer. I would keep one eye on Fabregas and his progression.
The thing is, I feel like
There's been a lot of
Ancelotti.
people speaking about Fabregas. I get it.
Yeah, I've
Because
heard
it's
that.
not just 9A. Literally, like just 5 minutes later, let's go for Fabregas, ATSD.
Yeah. A few people have said Fabregas.
Fabregas is good. Fabregas is just a big gamble because it would be like it'd be like hiring a better, like a more experienced version of Arteta.
What time is that? I get Tom, is he at your team? That's got
Como.
That's got Nico Paz in it.
Nico Paz. He's got Nico Paz playing as one of the best 10s in the world.
Yeah.
Imagine what he could do with
Florian.
Florian. It's just the gamble of bringing him in when he's got 18 months of experience as a manager. And it's a big jump.
Exactly. Of course, it's a massive gamble. It's a massive gamble. I'm just saying, I just couldn't remember where it's at, but yeah, I remember now. Como.
If we were in a situation that I feel like I've broken record when I'm saying this, but for me, if we were in the situation where Jurgen Klopp had just left, the guys like a Fabregas or an Iraola are higher up on my list than the guys I'm thinking of now because the situation's different. But now we spent 450 million quid. We've got a number of players moving or in their prime that want to be competing for top honours. I can't sit there with a straight face and tell them, by the way, guys, I know we spent 450 million quid on you in the summer, and now need to give me 2 years for this manager to figure it out.
Simeone, for me, we need a dictator.
I don't know who.
So you cook Tom on every single stream, and then you want fucking Simeone, Shawnee?
Simeone could never manage in England.
No, stop it. Stop it immediately. Stop it at once, Shawnee. This is a horrendous idea, and you know it as well. Run me Zidane. That's a baldy. I'll support for years. Same. I think these guys are underestimating Zizou. Zinedine Zidane walking into Liverpool Football Club.
Zinedine.
But why do? Quick question. Why don't you like Inzaghi?
Excitement of the players. Because Inzaghi, you don't understand this. Inzaghi had the Manchester City squad in Italy and ended up winning 1 league title in 4 years. Ask Mo and he'll tell you Inzaghi failed expeditiously at Inter.
Yeah, but he
last
doesn't like
season.
Inzaghi because of how it ended.
No. It's not just because of how it ended. He won 1 league title in 4 years with the best squad in Italy. He lost out to Pioli's AC Milan. He lost out to Napoli. He did not win to Spalletti's Napoli. Napoli.
Yeah, but that was a good Napoli team, though.
No. That's not the point. You can't be losing out to Spalletti when you have the best squad in the country. So, anyway, we'll have this deep discussion later. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. Love to every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Actually, speaking of, can we just rattle? He just wants anything involving an Arab. Wow. If you're not excited about Zidane managing Liverpool Football Club, you're crazy, bro. The guy could win us a Champions League. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Speaking of rattling, I want to rattle more. Copy paste Forza Milan in his chat because they lost 1-0 to Milan.
Oh, yeah, they lost, didn't it? Yeah, they lost yesterday still.
Big up to Christian Pulisic.
Pull the trigger, is what Mantis is saying. Hey, I don't get what this Thiago thing. Fairs, you guys want Steve and Thiago? Okay, that's a double pivot I wish played with each other. Anyway, we can redirect you over to Footy Judge Mo. Go over there, spam Forza Milan. I'm gonna trigger him as well. You get me? Don't worry, Mantis. We got what you're saying. I won't cancel you like you tried to cancel me for not understanding a stereotype about people and swimming. Sorry, I didn't know the stereotype. I had to Google it. Because as soon as they start... Anyway, Khalas, I get it now. Regardless. Big up. And bone density was talking about his big ass, basically. Anyway, so make sure guys are liking.
That's a pause.
Yeah,
What are we
pause.
doing?
Anyway, make sure guys
Yeah,
are liking.
pause,
guys
bro.
subscribing. Baby, خلاص, I wanna go. Wallah, I wanna go. Yeah, I'm tired.
I want to go.
You have,
Edit. Later.
have
Go on,
school
Density
run as
Crew.
well?
You move.
You have school run. Yeah, you have school
Man.
run, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my son is here. I don't need to do school run, so you're the one that has to go. Anyway, like, share. And by the way, ever since I adopted him as my son, he's growing a beard now. Arab genes, habibi. Arab genes. Look at this fucker.
That
right
is
here.
crazy.
Look at this fucker with the beard. Show them the beard, mate. Show them the beard, mate. Show them the beard. No. Turn to the left. Show them. It's
No,
actually
I'm
growing.
not Cal. I'm not Cal.
Look, you already turned anyway, bum. So we
Knock
see
out.
the beard. Anyway, love you all. And yeah, Forza Milan and Mo's chat. Peace out, habibis.
Love
Said I
people.
take John Cena. Your time is up. My time is now.